The Island by Colton Dennis. Section 1, Chapter 1. Footsteps are walking. Hey honey, are you ready for the cruise? Asked Kyle. Ready? Me and you in Miami, alone. I can't wait, said Fiona. Both Fiona and Kyle appear walking onto a ship. A police car pulls up, then stops. The doors open. Come with me, said Officer John. Be careful with him, John. He's a slippery one, said Officer Tim. Get moving, said Officer John. All three walk onto the ship. Footsteps are walking. The door opens. Hey, Captain, said Cameron. Hello, Cameron. Just so you know, 2 cops are taking a prisoner to Miami. So, just be careful on board, said Samuel. A group of people appears walking. The 6 of us are gonna have fun, said John S. You're very funny, John. Let's get something to eat, girls, said Jessie. I'll go find our rooms, said John S.G. The group of women walks away. John exhales, then walks away. The cabin door opens. Get in there, you slim, said Officer John. If you need anything, Terry, just ask. We'll be out here, said Officer Tim. The cabin doors shuts. The ship horn blows. The engine starts. The ship slowly starts moving. A few hours later, the ship continues sailing. Knocking on the door. The cabin door opens. I'm getting hungry, said Terry. I'll get you something. John, stay here. I know how you are, said Officer Tim, walking away. Officer John mocks Officer Tim. Asshole, said Officer John. Officer Tim walks past. The group appears sitting at a table eating. I can't believe this food, said John S. All the women are agreeing. Both Fiona and Kyle appear kissing. Their clothes fall to the floor. The ship moving then gets bumped. What was that? Asked Cameron. I don't know. The ship stops, then gets stuck. The engines start flooding. Something's wrong, said Samuel. I'll check it out, said Cameron. The intercom turns on. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. The ship seems to be stuck. So in the meantime, please return to your rooms, said Samuel. Footsteps are walking. Cameron looks over the banister, then walks back inside. I don't see anything, said Cameron. Samuel sees an island in the distance. Hey, there's an island. Get everyone to the side boats. We're going to that island, said Samuel. The intercom turns on again. Everyone on board, please make your way to the sky deck. An eerie squeal echoes. What was that? Asked Cameron. The ship starts shaking. The passengers are falling. The intercom turns on a third time. Everyone stay calm, said Samuel. Captain, said Cameron, pointing. Samuel looks at the door. A tentacle appears in the doorway. Dear God, said Samuel. Chapter 2. More tentacles come through the door. Both Cameron and Samuel step backwards. Samuel sees a fire extinguisher, then grabs it. The fire extinguisher sprays the tentacles. The tentacles slither out of the door. Everyone to the sky deck, quickly, said Samuel. Another eerie squeal again. The tentacles reappear. Let's go, said Cameron. A tentacle wraps around Samuel's leg. Samuel falls, then drops the fire extinguisher. Cameron, said Samuel. Cameron grabs Samuel's hand. I got you, Captain, said Cameron. People are walking. I wonder why we need to go to the sky deck, asked John S. The cabin door opens. Terry, let's go, said Officer John. The ship is creaking. What was that? Asked Terry. Officer Tim appears walking, then stops. Yeah, give me 3 burgers and 3 Cokes. Officer Tim grabs the food. The ship continues creaking. The windows are being broken. The tentacles appear. Look out! The tentacles are grabbing people. People are screaming. Officer Tim runs, stops then. Sees the group. Come on. We need to get to the skydeck, said Officer Tim. The group starts running. Fiona puts on her shirt, then opens the cabin door. People are running past. And quat. Hey, and quat. Something's wrong, said Fiona. Who cares? Come back to bed. Fiona sees the tentacles next to the window. What? Asked Kyle. Fiona points. Kyle kneels on the bed, then sees the tentacles. The tentacles break through the window, grab Kyle, then pulls him in half. Blood splatters onto Fiona. Fiona goes into the hallway, then shuts the cabin door. Samuel is slowly slipping. Cameron, let go. I'm slipping, said Samuel. Cameron sees the fire extinguisher, then quickly grabs it. Duck, said Cameron. The fire extinguisher sprays the tentacles. The tentacle lets go of Samuel's leg, then slither out the door. Both Cameron and Samuel run. People appear on their skydeck. Is this everyone? Eerie squeal. The group looks towards the eerie sound. A kraken appears. Oh my God. Everyone to the boats, said Samuel. The ship starts cracking. The group continues running. Fiona follows the group. Wait. Wait, said Fiona, stopping. Come on, said Officer Tim. Guns are firing. The boats are being lowered. The ship breaks in half. Paddle, said Samuel. The boats slowly approach the island. The ship is slowly sinking. The boats get to the shore. The group is watching the ship sinking. The kraken goes underneath the water. Will, we're stranded, said Cameron. Yeah, but for how long? Asked Officer Tim. The group looks at the ocean. Chapter 3. A fire cracks. Tomorrow, we'll check the island, said Samuel. First things first, did anyone else have any other weapons? Besides me and John, said Officer Tim. The group starts pulling out different items. No, said Cameron. Rustling sound. The guns are cocking. Everybody back up. Go. Check it out, said Officer Tim. Me? Why me? Asked Officer John. Officer Tim sighs. At least stay with them, said Officer Tim, walking towards the bushes. The rustling stops. Officer Tim walks closer towards the bushes, moves them, then doesn't see anything. Do you see anything? Asked Officer John. No, nothing's here, said Officer Tim. The ground starts shaking. The group is staggering. What was that? Asked Jesse. I don't know, said Officer John. A wave slowly forms. Everybody run, said Officer Tim, pointing. The group turns around, sees the wave, then start running into the woods. The wave crashes onto the beach. The group continues running into the woods, then stopping. Other members of the group continue running. That was close, said Terry. Officer Tim looks around. Where are the others? Asked Officer Tim. Cameron, Samuel, Officer Tim, and Terry are looking around. Footsteps are running. Everyone stop. We lost the others, said Officer John. Who cares? Asked John. One of them is my brother. We're going back, said Officer John. The ground shakes again. Officer John drops his gun. John S. quickly grabs the gun. Let's go, said John S. The group runs deeper into the woods. Officer John follows the group. And quat, John, and quat, and quat, John, and quat. He couldn't have gotten far, said Officer Tim. Rustling sound. The gun cocks. Snarling comes from the bushes. An crocodile appears. Shoot it, said Samuel. The gun clicks, cocks, then clicks again. Oh no, said Officer Tim. The crocodile walks closer towards all four of them. What do we do? Asked Terry. Run back to the beach, said Officer Tim. All four start running towards the beach. The crocodile chases all four of them. Cameron, Samuel and Terry jump into the bushes. Officer Tim stops on the beach. The crocodile snarls. Samuel sees a tentacle in the water. And quat, Tim, and quat, and quat. Look out, and quat, yelled Samuel. Officer Tim turns his head back. The tentacles approach Officer Tim. The crocodile jumps at Officer Tim. Officer Tim moves. The tentacles wraps around the crocodile's body. The crocodile snarls, then gets pulled into the water. Blood appears. Are you all right, Tim? Asked Cameron. Yeah, let's try to find the others, said Officer Tim. Footsteps are running, then stop. Officer John approaches the group. Give me my gun, said Officer John. Snapping sound. A net trap goes off. The group appears in a net. Footsteps are approaching. Number 1 appears. The group stares at number 1. Chapter 4. Number 1 cuts the rope. The group falls onto the ground, then start groaning. Who are you? Asked Officer John. Number 1 turns around, grabs a machine gun, then turns back towards the group. The name is Bill. Follow me, said Bill. But we need to find my brother, said Officer John. We need to find shelter. Quickly, said Bill. I'm going to find my brother, said Officer John. Humming sound in the distance. Shh, we need to move, said Bill. What's wrong? Asked Jesse. We need to move now, said Bill. Humming sound gets closer. John S. sees a figure flying towards them. What's that? Asked John S. The group starts running. The machine gun fires. The group lays onto the ground. A giant mosquito flies above them. Aaliyah runs. No, said Officer John. The giant mosquito flies towards Aaliyah. Aaliyah falls onto the ground. The giant mosquito sticks its mouth into Aaliyah. The group is gasping. Let's move now, said Bill. The group starts running. Do you think they're alive? Asked Samuel. I don't know, but if I know my brother, I think he is, said Officer Tim. We'll leave at first light, said Samuel. Footsteps are walking. Shh, stay here, said Bill. Walking out, then waves to the group. The group is walking. Where are we going? Asked Officer John. To my shelter. Wait. Get down, said Bill. What are we waiting for? Asked John S. We need to wait. Something's blocking the shelter, said Bill. What? Asked Officer John. Bill points. The group peeks out. Giant snakes appear sleeping. How long will they stay there? Asked Officer John. Depends if they're comfortable. Maybe 3, said Bill, being interrupted. Hours? Asked Jesse. Maybe days or weeks, said Bill. The sun rises. Officer Tim appears walking. Let's go. We need to find my brother, said Officer Tim. Psst, they're gone, said Bill. The group runs down the hill. Bill stops, then sees a tail in the bushes. Is something wrong? Asked Officer John. Get to the shelter now, said Bill. The group continues running. A giant snake appears from the bushes. The shelter door opens. Fiona trips, then lands onto the ground. The giant snake hisses. Fiona screams. Chapter 5. The giant snake lunges at Fiona. The machine gun continuously fires. The Giant snake hisses then falls next to Fiona. Come on, said Officer John. The group runs into the shelter. The shelter door shuts then locks. Welcome to my home, said Bill. This is a big place, said John. Yeah, but now it's empty, said Bill. What do you mean? And quat? Empty, and quat? Asked Officer John. Do you think I lived here alone? Asked Bill. Did you? Asked Jessie. No, it was me, my wife, and my daughter, plus 2 other people. Our ship was destroyed by that prehistoric squid, said Bill. How long have you been here? Asked Officer John. Since, probably, about 10 months, said Bill. Wait, you said, and quat? You had a daughter, and quat? Where are they? Asked Officer John. I don't know. The last time I saw them, we were getting wood for the fireplace. Then something came. I don't know what it was. I ran, looked behind me, then didn't see them anywhere, said Bill. Do you think they're dead? Asked Officer John. That thought never came to my mind, said Bill. Have you searched the island? Asked Officer John. I've tried, but it never ends, said Bill. I have a question. What creatures are on this island? Asked Jessie. Everything is prehistoric. Not dinosaurs, just bigger versions of animals, said Bill. How far have you gotten on this island? Asked Officer John. All the way to a cave. But I never went inside it, said Bill. Footsteps are walking. Tim, over there, said Samuel, pointing. All 4 are running. Officer Tim turns over their body. Aaliyah appears. What in God's name did this? Asked Officer Tim. Over here, said Cameron. All 4 look, then see the carcass of the giant mosquito. Chapter 6. Is it alive? Asked Cameron. Officer Tim walks towards the giant mosquito, then kicks it. Yeah, it's dead. Let's keep moving, said Officer Tim. What about her? Asked Cameron. She's dead, said Officer Tim. She deserves a proper burial, said Cameron. Let's go, Cameron. We need to find the others, said Samuel. What if it was your body? We're burying her, said Cameron. All right, do it fast, said Officer Tim. What are we going to use? Asked Samuel. Our hands, said Cameron. All 4 are digging. Officer Tim stops. Stands, then hears a humming sound. Is something wrong, Tim? Asked Samuel. Shh, I think something's coming from that way, said Officer Tim. Do you think it's another mosquito? Asked Cameron. I don't think so. It would have been here by now, said Officer Tim. All 4 are walking towards the humming sound, then stop. Officer Tim moves the bushes. All 4 see a group of giant mosquitoes flying around. Oh my God, said Samuel. Let's get out of here before they find us. All 4 are slowly walking. Cameron steps onto a twig. A giant mosquito flies through the bushes. Run, said Officer Tim. All 4 start running. The giant mosquito follows all 4 of them, then gets closer to Cameron. Samuel looks back at the giant mosquito, then moves Cameron out of the way. The giant mosquito's mouth goes into Samuel. Samuel gasps. Samuel, said Cameron. The gun fires. Come on, said Officer Tim. Cameron runs away. Officer Tim and Terry follow Cameron. The giant mosquito follows all 3 of them. We need to hide, said Cameron. Where? Asked Terry. Officer Tim sees a group of trees. Over there, said Officer Tim. The giant mosquito flies towards all 3 of them. All 3 run, then go into the trees. The giant mosquito sticks its mouth through the trees. All three step backwards. Chapter 7. How far is the cave from here? Asked Officer John. An hour. Maybe 2, said Bill. Maybe we could find a boat or something, said Officer John. Doubt it. Something could live in there. That's why I never went inside, said Bill. We'll be ready. Do you have any weapons? Asked Officer John. Yeah, everything was here when I got here, said Bill. A trunk is being opened. Guns appear. You want us to go out there again? Asked Tara. No, I'm going. If you point me in the right direction, I'll check out the cave, said Officer John. You're not going alone. I'll be right behind you, said Bill. I'm coming too, said Jessie. Just so you know, I'm not responsible for you, said Bill. We'll be back. Just keep this door locked, said Officer John. How will we know it's you? Asked John S. You'll know, said Officer John. The shelter door opens. All three walk outside. The shelter door shuts then locks. This way, said Bill. Cameron, Officer Tim and Terry are watching the giant mosquito. What do we do? Asked Cameron. The giant mosquito continues flying around the trees, snarling in the distance. An crocodile appears. The giant mosquito flies away. The crocodile chases the giant mosquito. I guess it's our lucky day, said Terry. Let's go before they come back, said Officer Tim. All three walk out of the trees then in a different direction. Footsteps are walking. How much further? Asked Officer John. It's right over this hill, said Bill. All three stop at the top of the hill. Both Jessie and Officer John are in shock. Giant eggs appear in a field right in front of the cave. Chapter 8. Oh my! No wonder why you never went in there, said Officer John. Did you ever try? Asked Jessie. Many times, said Bill. Could I have the binoculars? Asked Officer John. Bill hands Officer John the binoculars. Do you see something? Asked Jessie. Not yet. Officer John is looking through the binoculars. Sees the cave then a figure moving. Something's down there, said Officer John. Let me see, said Bill looking through the binoculars. The figure moves again. What is it? Asked Jessie. It's an crocodile. That's what I call them. They're prehistoric crocs, said Bill. How many? Asked Jessie. Depends. There's a lot of eggs, said Bill. You said, and quat. This is the furthest you got, and quat. And you also said, and quat. This is a big island, and quat, said Officer John. What are you getting at? Asked Bill. Well, what if there's more creatures on that side of the island? Asked Officer John. So, what are we going to do? Asked Jessie. Head back. We'll need everyone's help, especially to get over there, said Officer John. I like your thinking, said Bill. All three are slowly walking away. Officer Tim sees a light in the distance. Over here, said Officer Tim. Bill, Jessie and Officer John are walking down the hill. Cameron, Officer Tim and Terry walk out of the woods, then see the cave. Wow, said all three of them. Chapter 9. We need to get to the cave, said Officer Tim. All three walk down the hill. An crocodile snarls. All three look up at the crocodile. The crocodiles appear sleeping. They're sleeping, said Cameron. Then let's get to the cave, said Officer Tim. All three continue walking. Cameron trips then lands onto the ground. An crocodile snarls. Officer Tim quickly grabs Cameron. All three are hiding behind the giant eggs. The crocodile looks around, sees nothing, then puts its head back down. Officer Tim peeks out from behind the giant eggs. "Sorry," said Cameron. "It's all right. Let's keep moving." All three turn around. Another crocodile snarls in its sleep. "Shh, it's asleep. We need to go a different way," said Officer Tim. All three are walking around the giant eggs. "It's cold in here," said Fiona. "I'll go get some wood." John S. grabs an axe. "I'll be back," said John S. "Someone should go with you," said Tara. "All right, whoever wants to come." "Could," said John S. Allison grabs another axe. "Here, you'll need this," said Allison. Tara grabs the axe. "Thanks," said Tara. "Are you ready?" asked John S. "Yeah. Let's go," said Tara. The shelter door opens then shuts. Footsteps are walking. Bill stops. "Is something wrong, Bill?" asked Officer John. "Shh, I hear something. Buzzing sound in the distance." "Listen," said Bill. The buzzing sound continues. "I hear it too," said Jesse. "Let's keep moving," said Officer John. "I think that's a good idea," said Bill, screaming in the distance. "Someone's in trouble. We need to help them," said Officer John. "Let's move," said Bill. All three are running. The buzzing sound gets louder. All three stop. "This is where the scream came from," said Officer John. Jesse sees Tara on the ground. "Tara," said Jesse, rolling Tara over. Tara's body appears swollen. "She's dead," said Officer John. The buzzing sound comes from above. All three look up, then see giant hives. "Run quickly," said Bill. All three start running. The giant bees fly out of their giant hives, then continue buzzing. All three see the shelter. Jesse bangs onto the shelter door. "Open up," said Jesse. The giant bees are flying towards them. Chapter 10. The giant bees are getting closer. The shelter door opens. All three of them run inside the shelter. The shelter door shuts. A buzzing sound comes from outside. "Where's John and Tara?" asked Lisa. "They went out," asked Officer John. "It was cold and they went out for wood," said Allison. "Damn it, Will, we found Tara." The group sighs in relief. "She's dead," said Officer John. "What?" asked Allison. "Bees got her," said Jesse. "Bill, since you got to the cave, what's on this side of the island?" asked Officer John. "The kraken, crocodiles, giant snakes, mosquitoes and bees. I believe that's it," said Bill. "You better hope so," said Officer John. "What about John?" asked Allison. "I'll go find him. But we need to make sure the bees aren't out there," said Officer John. Footsteps are running. John S. appears, then stops running. "Phew, I think I lost it. But, poor Tara." John S. hears footsteps approaching, then raises the axe. A humming sound comes from behind John S. John S. slowly turns around. A giant mosquito appears flying in front of John S., then moves its mouth towards him. John S. gulps. An crocodile bites the giant mosquito. John S. runs away. The crocodile walks away. John S. gets to the top of the hill, then sees the cave. Chapter 11. Cameron, Officer Tim and Terry are walking. "We made it past those crocs," said Cameron. "Let's see what's inside here." "Stick together, we could get lost," said Officer Tim. All three walk inside the cave, then walk back out. "It's too dark," said Terry. "I got an idea." Cameron takes off his shirt, grabs a stick, wraps the shirt around it, then hands it to Officer Tim. "There," said Cameron. "You're a genius." Officer Tim pulls out a lighter. Hold this end. Officer Tim lights the shirt. A fire starts. Let's go, said Officer Tim. All three are walking into the cave again. Rocks are being kicked. Water is dripping from the cave ceiling. Hopefully nothing's in here, said Cameron. Who knows, something could be in here. Just waiting in the darkness, watching as we walk further into the cave, said Terry, laughing. The laughing echoes. Shut up, Terry. Something could be in here, so be quiet, said Officer Tim. All three continue walking. A shadow moves past. Cameron looks. I just saw something, said Cameron. Was it a naked girl? Asked Terry. Cut it out. Terry. Where? Asked Officer Tim. Over there, said Cameron, pointing. Officer Tim points the torch. The light shines. I don't see anything, said Officer Tim. The torch turns. All three continue walking. Terry gets stuck. Wait. I'm stuck, said Terry. Hurry, said Officer Tim. Terry feels webbing around his leg. What the? It's sticky. Give me some light, said Terry. The light shining. All three see webbing around Terry's leg. Is that a web? Asked Cameron. Chapter 12. I don't see any bees, said Jesse. All right, I'll be back, said Officer John. Be careful, said Jesse. I will, said Officer John. The shelter door opens. Officer John walks out. The shelter door shuts. He's cute, said Allison. Yeah, said Jesse. Footsteps are walking. Officer John, looking around, stops. Kneels, then sees an imprint. The bushes start rustling. Officer John walks towards the bushes. Moves them, then sees a giant mosquito sucking blood from a giant bee. Officer John slowly backs up, then walks in a different direction. A giant snake appears, then hisses. Bastard. Another giant snake appears, then hisses at the first giant snake. An crocodile snarls. Both giant snakes are hissing at the crocodile. Officer John runs away. Both the giant snakes and the crocodile follow. Officer John. Come on. Officer John stops at the giant bee hives. Both the giant snakes and the crocodile stop. Feeding time, said Officer John, firing his gun into the air. A buzzing sound comes from above. Officer John moves. A swarm of giant bees fly out of their giant hives. Both the giant snakes and the crocodile are getting stung. Officer John laughs, then runs away. Do you think he's all right? Asked Jesse. John, of course, said Allison. I meant the cop, said Jesse. The girls start laughing. Bill is looking out the window. Officer John gets to the hill, then sees the cave. John. The bushes are rustling. Officer John raises his gun, then walks towards the bushes. John S. falls out of the bushes. John, said Officer John. Oh, thank God, said John S. Are you all right? Asked Officer John. Yeah. Where's the others? Asked John S. with Bill. We need to get back, said Officer John. Hey, I found a hiding place. That cave, said John S. Yeah, but we need the others. Then we could go there, said Officer John. Both John S. and Officer John start walking away. A hissing sound comes from behind both of them. Both John S. and Officer John turn around. A giant snake appears. Chapter 13. Get it off me. Get it off me, said Terry. Hold on, said Officer Tim. The fire burns the webbing. A shadow moves past. Cameron looks around. I saw something, said Cameron. You're almost free, Terry, said Officer Tim. The webbing gets tugged. Terry gets pulled. Something's pulling me, said Terry. Cameron, stay with him. Shine the torch towards the webbing, said Officer Tim. What are you gonna do? Asked Cameron. Kill whatever's there, said Officer Tim. Following the webbing. Careful, Tim, said Cameron. Officer Tim stops at a rock wall. An opening appears underneath the rock wall. The webbing goes underneath the rock wall, said Officer Tim. What is it? Asked Cameron. Hurry up and burn the webbing. Quickly, said Officer Tim. Cameron puts the torch next to the webbing. The webbing is slowly being burned. Terry pulls onto the webbing. The webbing snaps. I'm free. Yeah? I'm not your meal, said Terry. Officer Tim looks back at both Cameron and Terry. Be quiet. Officer Tim sees a giant spider behind both Cameron and Terry. Move, said Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Terry turn around. The giant spider screeches. The gun continuously fires. The giant spider continuously screeches. Both Cameron and Terry run behind Officer Tim. The gun continues firing. The giant spider falls. The gun clicks. Will, now what? Asked Terry, falling, then gets pulled under the rock wall. Officer Tim grabs Terry's hands. I got you, Cameron. Some light, said Officer Tim. Cameron grabs the torch, then points it. The light shines underneath the rock wall. Another giant spider appears. Hang on, Terry, said Cameron. Terry sees another giant spider. Guys, said Terry. Both Cameron and Officer Tim look behind themselves. The third giant spider gets closer. Chapter 14. Hold Terry. Cameron grabs Terry's hands. Officer Tim takes out the empty magazine from the gun. The giant spider gets closer. Officer Tim drops the full magazine, picks it up, then puts it into his gun. The giant spider screeches. The gun fires. Then echoes. The giant spider falls. The other spiders scurry away. Let's go. Terry crawls out from underneath the rock wall. Are you all right? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. Let's keep moving, said Terry. If you're up to it, said Officer Tim. Better with you than the creatures, said Cameron. All three continue walking. The giant snake hisses. When I say, run, the gun cocks. Now, both John S. and Officer John are running. The giant snake follows both John S. and Officer John. The gun fires. The giant snake gets shot. The gun cocks. Keep running, said Officer John. The gun fires again. The giant snake hisses. The gun cocks, then fires. The giant snake gets shot in its head, then falls onto the ground. Officer John exhales. Thanks for finding me. Did you find Tara? Asked John S. She's dead, said Officer John. I know, she saved my life, said John S. Let's head back. I'm low on ammo, said Officer John. Both John S. and Officer John are walking away. Do you think there's more spiders in here? Asked Cameron. Yeah, there's probably other creatures in here too. But we won't know unless we run into them, said Officer Tim. All three get to the end of the rock wall. What now? Asked Cameron. Officer Tim sees the opening, looks underneath, then stands up. We go under. There could be spiders down there. But I'm going, said Officer Tim. So are we, said Terry. All three are crawling through the opening. I need the light. Give me the torch, said Officer Tim. Cameron hands Officer Tim the torch. The light shines. A giant spider appears. Chapter 15. Bill continues looking out the window. Bushes are rustling. Bill looks through the scope of the rifle. Both John S. and Officer John appear. They're back, said Bill. The shelter door opens. Both John S. and Officer John walk inside the shelter. John, said Jesse, hugging John S. Officer John sits down. Are you all right? Asked Bill. I think it's time to go to the cave, said Officer John. We don't know what's in there, said Bill. Yes, but we do know what's out there. And eventually those creatures will get inside, said Officer John. What are you talking about? Asked Allison. There's a cave. I think it could be safe, but Bill thinks it's not. Now I don't care, but I'm going to that cave. It's your choice. Stay here and wait for those things to get inside. Or go to the cave. Make your choice. I'm leaving tomorrow, said Officer John. You don't need to leave, just stay, said Bill. I made my decision. Good night, Bill, said Officer John. The sun rises. Officer John wakes up. John, here is some food and ammo, said Bill. Thank you for taking me in. Is anyone joining me? Asked Officer John. I am, said Jesse. I never leave your side, said Allison. Both Allison and Jesse walk next to Officer John. Fiona, John S., Kimberly and Lisa follow. Hopefully you find what you're looking for, said Bill. Thank you again, said Officer John. The group walks outside of the shelter. The shelter door shuts. Footsteps are walking. The group gets to the top of the hill, then sees the cave. Let's get going, said Jesse. The group starts walking down the hill. Chapter 16. The light shines. A giant spider appears. Terry puts his hand over Cameron's mouth. Officer Tim pokes the giant spider. I think it's dead. Let's go around it, said Officer Tim. All three continue crawling. Then get to an opening. Officer Tim sees a ledge, then jumps down. Both Cameron and Terry jump down onto the ledge too. Where are we? Asked Cameron. I don't know, said Officer Tim. What way do we go? Asked Terry. Officer Tim raises the torch. A staircase appears on the other side of the ledge. There. We go up, said Officer Tim. How do we get over? Asked Cameron. Officer Tim jumps over to the ledge. Come on, I'll catch you. Cameron jumps. Officer Tim grabs Cameron, then pulls him up. Come on, Terry. Terry jumps. Officer Tim grabs Terry. I said, and quat. I got you, and quat, said Officer Tim. Terry steps forward. I wonder what's up there, asked Terry. The ground starts shaking. Terry falls off the ledge. Terry, a splattering sound. Terry groans, then laughs. Are you all right? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. Hey, shine some light down here, said Terry. The light shines down. Terry looks up at both Cameron and Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Officer Tim see Terry sitting in mud. We'll get you out. Just hang on, said Officer Tim. Cameron sees a figure moving next to Terry. Terry, are you moving? Asked Cameron. No. I'm sitting still, said Terry. Why? Asked Officer Tim. Something's down there with you, said Cameron, lowering the torch. The light shines brighter. Terry looks behind himself. Nothing's here, said Terry. Officer Tim sees a figure moving, grabs Cameron's right hand, then moves the torch. The figure moves closer towards Terry. Terry, behind you, said Officer Tim. Terry turns around. A giant leech appears. All three gasp. Chapter 17. Footsteps are walking. The crocodiles appear sleeping. We're almost there, said Officer John. A buzzing sound in the distance. The group looks around the eggs. A giant bee appears buzzing, then tries flying. It's injured, said Jesse. We need to keep moving. It'll die. So let's go, said Officer John. Shoot it, said Lisa. No, it'll wake the creatures, said Officer John. Lisa grabs Officer John's right arm. Officer John raises the gun, then fires it. The gun fires echoes. The crocodiles wake up, then snarl. Run, said Jesse. The group starts running through the field. Giant snakes appear from the bushes. Giant bees and mosquitoes fly out of the trees. Kimberly hides behind some giant eggs. A giant snake sees Kimberly, then hisses. Kimberly screams. The giant snake eats Kimberly. Allison trips, then falls onto the ground. A giant bee flies towards Allison. The gun fires. The giant bee falls onto the ground. Bill appears. Get up, said Bill. Both Allison and Bill are running. Lisa running. A shadow appears over Lisa. Lisa screams, then gets squashed by an crocodile's foot. Jesse falls onto the ground. A giant mosquito lands in front of Jesse. A gun fires. The giant mosquito falls in front of Jesse. Let's move, Fiona, said Officer John. The gun clicks. A giant bee swoops down, grabs Fiona, then flies away. Fiona screams. An crocodile eats both Fiona and the giant bee. No, said Jesse. Everyone, hurry, said Officer John. The group runs into the cave. Officer John sees Bill. Are you all right? Asked Bill. Yeah, thanks for the help, said Officer John. No problem. Let's continue on, said Bill. It's pretty dark, said Jesse. Here, I brought some flashlights, said Bill. The flashlights turn on. The group starts walking into the cave. Terry looks. A giant leech appears. The gun fires. The giant leech falls next to Terry. Hold on, Terry, said Officer Tim, seeing more giant leeches. You two go on, said Terry. No, said Cameron. There's too many, just go, said Terry. Goodbye, Terry, said Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Officer Tim walk up the staircase. The giant leeches attack Terry. Terry screams. Screaming echoes. Chapter 18. The scream echoes. The gun cocks. Did you hear that? Asked Officer John. Let's keep moving. A giant spider crawls in the background. Bill looks behind himself. John, we aren't alone, said Bill. Everyone stay close, said Officer John. The group continues walking, then get to the end of the rock wall. What now? Asked John. A giant spider appears walking towards the group. Shh! Everybody back away. Something's coming this way, said Officer John. The giant spiders crawl out from underneath the rock wall. They're everywhere, said Bill. A louder screeching in the distance. The giant spiders scatter. That's not good, said Officer John. Footsteps are approaching. A sound echoes. Giant scorpions appear crawling down from the rock walls. What do we do? Asked Jesse. Officer John sees the opening underneath the rock. Under the rock wall, quickly, said Officer John. The guns continuously firing. Allison, Jesse and John crawl underneath the rock wall. Go, John. They need you, said Bill. We all stay together, said Officer John. Both Bill and Officer John look at each other, nod their heads, drop to the cave floor, then roll underneath the rock wall. The scorpion's claws continue snapping. Let's go, said Officer John. All five are crawling. The giant spider's carcass appears. Is it alive? Asked Allison. I don't think so. But I'm not gonna stay to find out, said Officer John, continuing to crawl. All five get to the Opening. Officer John sees the ledge, then jumps down. All four are jumping down onto the ledge. Now, where? Asked John S. Officer John points his flashlight down, then sees Terry's body. Oh God! Don't look down. All four look down, then gasp. He was almost out of jail. Officer John sees the staircase. Look, said Officer John. How are we getting over there? Asked Allison. Bill pulls out an arrow tied with a rope, then a bow. Look out, said Bill, firing the arrow. The arrow goes into the wall. Bill attaches a device to their side of the wall. Good thinking, said Officer John. All four are crawling over towards the other ledge. John S. crawling over. The rope is slowly breaking. The rope's breaking, said Allison. John, reach for my hand, said Officer John. Both John S. and Officer John are reaching for each other. The rope breaks. Section 2, Chapter 19. Both John S. and Officer John are reaching. The rope breaks. Officer John grabs John S.'s hand. Help me, said Officer John. The group pulls John S. up onto the ledge. John S. looks down. Thanks, said John S. Let's see where these go, said Bill. The group starts walking the staircase. Footsteps are walking. Wait. Officer Tim slowly kicks the door open, walks up, then waves to Cameron. Stick together, said Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Officer Tim are walking. Blood appears everywhere. Geez, what happened here? Asked Cameron. You check for food. I'll check the other rooms. Just be careful, said Officer Tim, walking out of the room. Cameron opens the fridge door. Food appears. Yes, said Cameron. Footsteps are walking. Officer Tim walks into the room. The windows are all broken. Officer Tim walks up to the broken window. What the hell? Said Officer Tim, seeing dinosaurs walking around. Footsteps approach Officer Tim. Hey, I found food. Officer Tim continues looking out the broken window. Tim, what's out there? Asked Cameron, looking out the broken window, then is in shock. Dinosaurs. They didn't go extinct. They've been here, said Officer Tim. Footsteps are walking. Me and Bill will check it out, said Officer John. Both Bill and Officer John walk through the doorway. Footsteps in the distance. Officer Tim hears footsteps. Cameron, hide, said Officer Tim, raising his gun. Footsteps are approaching. Bill walks into the room. The gun fires. Bill gets shot, then falls onto the floor. Officer John ducks. Bill groans. Drop the gun, said Officer John. Who's there? Show yourself, said Officer Tim. Officer John walks into the room. Tim, said Officer John. John, said Officer Tim. Both Officer John and Officer Tim hug each other. Come out, Cameron, said Officer Tim. Is he with you? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. You all right, Bill? Asked Officer John. Yeah, said Bill, slowly standing up. Sorry about that, my mistake. Anyone else with you? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah, Bill, watch them. Bill nods his head. Footsteps are approaching. Come on, guys, false alarm, said Officer John. Footsteps approach. Is this everyone? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. Where's the captain? Asked Officer John. He didn't make it. But, come look at this, said Officer Tim. The group walks towards the windows, then gasping. Dinosaurs continue walking around. Chapter 20. Did you look around? Asked Officer John. Not yet. We were getting food. Then find a way outside, said Officer Tim. Let's stay here for a while. Then we could go, said Officer John. No, unlike you. Me and Cameron were on the move. No shelter, no roof, nothing, said Officer Tim. I think this is a safe place. So, we're staying, said Officer John. Officer Tim walks out of the room. Officer John follows Officer Tim. We're not little anymore, John. Stop bossing me around. If I want to leave, I'll leave, said Officer Tim. Not by yourself, said Officer John. Watch me, said Officer Tim, opening the door, then walks outside. And quat, Tim, and quat. Officer John throws his gun. Officer Tim catches the gun. Be careful out there, said Officer John. You're letting him go, said Jesse. It's his decision. Plus, I can't leave in. Injured man, said Officer John. Footsteps are walking. A herd of stegosauruses appear walking. Then start eating. Officer Tim walking. Shadows are moving in the woods. A stegosaurus looks up at the woods, then moans loudly. Officer Tim looks at the herd of stegosauruses. The herd of stegosauruses start running. Officer Tim runs. Velociraptors appear snarling, then chase the herd. Officer Tim stops, sees the velociraptors, then continues running. A velociraptor sees Officer Tim. Officer Tim cocks the gun. The velociraptor jumps at Officer Tim. The gun fires. The velociraptor falls onto the ground. Officer Tim runs into the woods, then continues running. A gun cocks. Officer Tim stops. A gun gets pointed at Officer Tim. All right, please don't do anything, said Officer Tim. A velociraptor appears behind Officer Tim. The gun fires. The velociraptor falls onto the ground. The bandana gets taken off. Woman number 2 appears. Chapter 21. The group appears eating. Do you think he's all right? Asked Jesse. Who knows, said Cameron. Bill approaches Officer John. John, could I talk to you? Both Bill and Officer John walk out of the room. Listen, you should go find your brother, said Bill. He wants to be alone. Why do you care? Asked Officer John. He's all you got left. When I ended up by myself, I wanted my family back. I'll watch them. You go find him, said Bill. You're right. The door opens. Both Bill and Officer John walk back into the room. All right, listen. I'm going to find my brother. Bill will be in charge, said Officer John. I'm coming, said Jesse. No, everyone's staying here. I would be responsible for whatever happens. I'll be back before dark, said Officer John. Bill hands Officer John a bag. Bring him back, said Bill. Take care of them, said Officer John. Officer Tim is looking at woman number 2. Sir, over here, said Jenna. Footsteps approach. Number 2 appears. Officer Tim gets knocked out. Take him to the village. Water gets splashed onto Officer Tim. Officer Tim coughs, then groans. Hello, sir. I'm Eric. The person who's in charge. Now, who are you? Asked Eric. The name is Tim, said Officer Tim. All right now. Where do you come from? Asked Eric. My mother. Why were you hatched? Asked Officer Tim. Funny. That was funny. Eric cocks the gun. How did you get here? Asked Eric. Through a building, said Officer Tim. All right. Is anyone else with you? Asked Eric. No. I'm the only survivor, said Officer Tim. Good. Put him with the other 2, said Eric. Footsteps are walking. The door opens. Get in there, said Jenna. Officer Tim walks into a room, then sees 2 women. Both women appear bleeding from their mouths and have black and blue marks everywhere. Geez, said Officer Tim. Chapter 22. Footsteps are walking. Officer John stops, looks around, then continues walking. Low moaning in the distance. Officer John walks towards the moaning. A baby triceratops appears. It's all right. The baby triceratops continues moaning. Officer John grabs a shirt, wipes off the blood on its leg, then wraps its leg. A shadow moves past. The baby triceratops moans louder. Shh, it's all right, said Officer John. Velociraptors are hissing from behind Officer John. Officer John turns around. Velociraptors appear. One velociraptor jumps at Officer John. A mother triceratops hits the velociraptor. The velociraptor falls onto the ground. The other velociraptors start attacking the mother triceratops. Officer John fires his gun. The velociraptors run away. The baby triceratops moans. The mother triceratops moans, then looks at Officer John. Officer John walks away. Officer Tim continues staring at both women, pulls out a handkerchief, then hands it to them. Wipe off the blood. Both women are wiping off the blood. Who did this to you? Asked Officer Tim. Those people, said Tamara. How long have you been here? Asked Officer Tim. For 10 months. But we were separated from my husband, said Tamara. You look familiar. I can't think. Officer Tim sees an image of Bill. That's how. Is your husband's name Bill? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. How do you know him? Asked Tamara. The door opens. You, come with me. Officer Tim walks outside. Please follow me. Jenna, you are in charge, said Eric. Yes, sir, said Jenna. Both Eric and Officer Tim are walking. Just so you know, Tim, this is our village, and no one will take it. That's why I'm in charge. And just so you know, you can't leave. And Quat, welcome to Dino Land, and Quat, Sean, take him back. Thanks for your time, said Eric. Officer John is walking, kneels, pulls out the binoculars, then sees smoke in the distance. Growling sound being Officer John. Chapter 23. Officer John slowly turns around. A Tyrannosaurus Rex appears. Officer John gulps. The Tyrannosaurus Rex goes to bite Officer John. The mother Triceratops rams the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The Tyrannosaurus Rex falls onto the ground, then growls. The mother Triceratops moans loudly. The Tyrannosaurus Rex walks away. Officer John looks at the mother Triceratops. The mother Triceratops moans, then walks away. Bill walks outside. Hey, Bill, let me see your arm, said Allison. All right, said Bill. Cameron walks downstairs, past the door, then looks out the window. Footsteps are approaching. Hey Cameron, what are you doing? Asked Jesse. Just looking out the window. A giant spider crawls through the doorway, then sees both Cameron and Jesse. Do you know dinosaurs? Asked Cameron. Not really, said Jesse. Well, you see that one. That's a Brachiosaurus. See, it has a hump on its head. Then that's a baby Brachiosaurus, said Cameron. The giant spider's leg touches Jesse's leg. Jesse giggles. You have hairy legs, said Jesse. What are you asking about? Asked Cameron. Both Cameron and Jesse turn around. The giant spider screeches. Both Cameron and Jesse step backwards. Allison, Bill and John S. run downstairs. Whoa, said Bill. More giant spiders screeching. Hang on guys, said John S. Both Cameron and Jesse stop at the wall. The giant spider gets closer. Bill cocks the gun. The gun fires. The giant spider falls onto the floor. You two, Close that door. I'll get them, said Bill. The gun continues firing. The giant spiders continuously screeching. Both Allison and John S. get to the door, then see more giant spiders. Oh my, said John S. Chapter 24. Officer John is walking towards the village. Stops, climbs up a tree, pulls out the binoculars, then sees people walking around. What is this place? Officer John sees both Officer Tim and Sean walking. Who are they? I'll get you out. Brother, said Officer John, climbing down the tree. The door opens. Officer Tim gets pushed inside. Are you all right? Asked Tamara. Yeah. Have you ever been out of this room? Asked Officer Tim. No. The men come in every once in a while to have their way with us, said Tamara. That's sick. Will, I won't let that happen. As long as I'm here. But I need to find a way out. For all of us, said Officer Tim. Officer John throws the bag over the fence, then climbs over it. Feet land onto the ground. The bag opens. Guns and bullets are being pulled out. Get loaded, then cock. I'm coming. Brother, said Officer John, looking, sees Dwayne, then whistles. Dwayne turns around, gets hit with a gun, then is dragged away. Officer John is walking. People are walking past. Officer John peeks through the window, sees Carmen, Officer Tim and Tamara, then ducks down. Sean appears walking, then sees Dwayne laying on the ground. Are you all right? Asked Sean, seeing Officer John's bag. Grabbing it, then running. The door opens. What's up? Asked Eric. Someone is in the village, said Sean. Chapter 25. Find whoever it is, said Eric. Yes, sir, said Sean. Get dressed, Jenna. We got people to find, said Eric. An alarm goes off. What's that? Asked Officer Tim. The alarm. Someone's in the village, said Tamara. The door opens, then shuts. All three see Officer John. John, said Officer Tim. Quiet, I came to bring you back. Who are they? Asked Officer John. This is Bill's family, said Officer Tim. People are running. We need to leave before they find me. Oh, here you go, said Officer John, handing Officer Tim a handgun. Let's bring them, said Officer Tim. We'll use the window so we could have a safe way out, said Officer John. The window opens. All four crawl through the window. The door opens. There, said Sean. Guns are firing. All four duck down. Go. I'll be right behind you, said Officer John. All three run. A gun cocks, then fires. Shaquille gets shot. Officer John runs. Hurry, follow them, said Sean. All three are running, then stop at the fence. Officer John approaches. Climb over the fence, said Officer John. Both Carmen and Officer John climb over the fence. Tamara starts climbing the fence. Footsteps are approaching. There they are, said Sean. Guns are firing. Officer John cocks his gun. The gun fires. Sean fires his gun. Tamara gets shot, then falls onto the ground. Mom, said Carmen. Chapter 26. The gun fires. Officer John climbs over the fence. My mom, said Carmen. Officer Tim picks Tamara up. All three start running. We need to follow them. Get the group together. We're gonna find them, said Sean. Footsteps are running, then stop. Tamara is breathing heavily. Mom, said Carmen. We need to clean the wound. Then take out the bullet, said Officer Tim. Tamara groans. Take her to her father, said Tamara. Velociraptors snarling. We need to leave, said Officer John. Shoot me, said Tamara. Officer John raises his gun. The gun fires. A velociraptor falls onto the ground. Do it. Quickly, said Officer John. I'm sorry, don't look, said Officer Tim. The gun fires. Let's go, said Officer John. All three start running. The velociraptors are eating Tamara's carcass. Footsteps are walking. How much further? Asked Officer Tim. We should be here soon. The ground starts thumping. Shh, did you feel that? Asked Officer John. Yeah, a loud roar in the distance. T-Rex, said Officer John. No, it sounds a little bigger. Thumping continues, then gets closer. A Spinosaurus appears. Run, said Officer John. All three start running. The Spinosaurus chases all three of them. We need to lose it, said Officer Tim. The Spinosaurus roars. Officer John sees a building. There. All three are running towards the building. The doors open. The Spinosaurus roars. The doors shut, then lock. Is everyone all right? Asked Officer John. Both Carmen and Officer Tim nod their heads. Stairs. What way? Up or down? Asked Officer Tim. Let's see up first. Maybe. There's guns, said Officer John. All three walk up the staircase. Footsteps are clanking on their metal staircase. All three walk into a room. Find any weapons, said Officer Tim. The desk drawers are being opened. Carmen opens a drawer. Eggshells of a hatched egg appears. Chapter 27. The giant spiders are getting closer. Allison shuts the door. The giant spider jumps. Cameron moves. Jesse. A giant spider lands onto the wall next to Cameron, then screeches. A gun fires. The giant spider falls off the wall, then lands onto the floor. Are you all right, Cameron? Asked Bill. Yeah, said Cameron. You saved me, said Jesse. It's no biggie. Better me than you, said Cameron, pulling Jesse up. Both Allison and John S. are struggling. Help, said John S. All three run, then push the door closed. Pull that desk over here. Both Cameron and John S. push a desk in front of the door. That should hold them, said Bill, banging on the door. Footsteps are walking. Sean sees the building, raises his gun, looks through the scope of his rifle, then sees the group. Sir, in the building, said Sean. Eric looks through a pair of binoculars, then sees the group. All right. Sean, go up that way. Me and Dwayne will go up this way, said Eric. All three are walking towards the building. Sean walks up the staircase. All five are sitting on the floor. The door slowly opens. Both Dwayne and Eric are walking up the other side of the building. A shadow moves on the ceiling. Bill looks around, sees a mirror on the wall, then sees Sean's reflection. We have company, said Bill, slowly crawling towards the corner. Sean walks closer. Bill stands up. Both Bill and Sean are pointing their guns at each other. Dwayne looks around the corner, raises, then points his gun. The gun fires. Chapter 28. Over here, said Carmen. Both Officer John and Officer Tim see the eggshells of the hatched eggs. Hopefully nothing's up here. Let's move on down, said Officer John. All three are walking downstairs. The gun fires. Bill falls onto the floor. Both Dwayne and Eric approach. Don't move. Get up, said Eric. Bill laying motionless. You killed him, said Jesse. Check for a pulse, said Eric. Dwayne feels Bill's pulse. It's weak, said Dwayne. Get the kit, said Eric. Dwayne pulls out a first aid kit. I need room, said Dwayne. You four, in there. Keep an eye on them, said Eric. Sean walks into the room. Bill's shirt rips. Dwayne pulls out some tools. A tool goes into Bill's side. The bullet gets pulled out. Eric, put pressure on the wound. I need to stitch it quickly, said Dwayne. A needle goes into Bill's side. The wound is being stitched. Eric walks into the room. Who are you? Asked Eric. We could ask you the same thing, said Jesse. Eric chuckles. Footsteps are clanking on the metal staircase. This is the bottom, said Officer Tim. Careful. We don't know what's in here, said Officer John. All three are slowly walking. Officer John stops, looks, then continues walking. A shadow moves past. It's getting too foggy, said Officer Tim. Officer John pulls out a flashlight. Here, said Officer John. A flapping sound in the distance. Clanking sound on the bridge. All three are pointing their flashlights into the fog. Chapter 29. The clanking sound continues. All three continue staring into the fog. A pterodactyl appears, then shrieks. Run, said Officer John. All three start running. Officer John looks to his right. The fog slowly clears. Pterodactyls appear flying. Where are we going? Asked Officer Tim. Back up, said Officer John. A pterodactyl appears blocking the metal staircase. Go back, said Officer John. All three turn around. Baby pterodactyls appear. Now where? Asked Officer Tim. A gun fires. The baby pterodactyls fall. Officer John looks over the banister. Sees the water below. Looks at the walkway hinges, then shoots them. What are you doing? Asked Carmen. Hang on to the side, said Officer John. The gun fires. The last hinge breaks. The walkway falls. The water splashes. All three resurface. Now where? Asked Officer Tim. Follow the water. Quickly, said Officer John. All three start swimming. The sound of wings flapping. The pterodactyls are shrieking. Here they come, said Carmen. Go under, said Officer John. All three swim underneath the water. The pterodactyls swoop down, then their claws go underneath the water. All three are getting scratched. Officer Tim fires his gun. The pterodactyls fly away. All three resurface. John. The fence, said Officer Tim. All three run towards the fence. The fence door opens, then shuts. Is everyone all right? Asked Officer John. Yeah. Officer Tim turns around. John, said Officer Tim. All three see trees down below, then appear on a cliff. Chapter 30. I'm Dr. Wells, but call me Eric. These are my friends, Sean Stevens and Dwayne Hughes. We have a village with food, water, and a new life. I would love for you to come. We've got a lot of room, said Eric. We're waiting for 2 people. They haven't come back yet, said Jesse. Me and my friends can find them, said Eric. That's great. They're both cops. One's name is Tim, the other is John. They're brothers, said Jesse. Huh. How about that? Said Eric. What? Asked Jesse. We have them at the village. They told us where you were. Banging on the door. What's that? Asked Eric. Giant spiders, said Cameron. Banging on the door continues. Then we better move, said Eric. The door starts denting. Who's carrying Bill? Asked Jesse. I got him, said Cameron, picking Bill up, then putting him onto his shoulders. All 7 start running. A hole appears in the door. The giant spiders are crawling through the hole. Guns are firing. The door shuts. The giant spiders are crawling through the broken windows. All 7 run into the woods. How far is the village? Asked John S. Close by. Just keep running, said Eric. The giant spiders are following the group. Guns continue firing. A giant spider appears in front of the group, then screeches. All 7 stop. What now? Asked Allison. Chapter 31. The giant spider jumps. The Tyrannosaurus Rex bites the giant spider. All 7 start running. The giant spiders continue following the group. The group stops at a waterfall. Jump, said Eric. All 7 jump off of the cliff, then land into the water. The giant spiders stop, screech, then scurry away. All 7 resurface. Well, looks like we're going the long way, said Eric. All 7 swim towards the land, then walk away. Sean looks around. Jesse walks next to Cameron. Could I walk by you? Asked Jesse. Sure. You're welcome, said Cameron. For what? Asked Jesse. Saving you, said Cameron, smiling at Jesse. Sean sees velociraptors eating in the distance. Sir, get down. All 7 kneel. Dwayne. Sean points. Dwayne walks through the bushes. Stay with them, Eric, said Sean. What are they doing? Asked John S. Improvising, said Eric. Hey, stupid raptors, said Dwayne. The velociraptors. Snarl. Sean fires his gun. The velociraptors fall onto the ground. It's clear, said Sean. Move forward, said Eric. All 7 are walking. A loud roar in the distance. All 7 stop. What was that? Asked John S. Spino, said Eric. Spino, as in Spinosaurus, asked John S. Yeah, it could be anywhere, said Eric. Thumping in the distance. It's walking away. Everyone move, said Sean. All 7 start to walk. The Spinosaurus appears. All 7 start running. Guns are firing. Dwayne trips onto the ground. The Spinosaurus roars. I'm coming, Dwayne, said Sean. The guns continue firing. The group watching. Jesse looks, then sees the giant spiders coming towards them. Oh no, said Jesse. Chapter 32. What now? Asked Carmen. Officer John looks down. We could climb down, said Officer John. That would be suicide. We can't climb down without equipment, said Officer Tim. Officer John looks around. My bag had equipment. We need to go back, said Officer John. Now that would be suicide, said Officer Tim. Either we go back or climb down without equipment, said Officer John. We go back, said Carmen. Officer John smiles, then looks at Officer Tim. Officer Tim sighs. Let's reload first, said Officer Tim. Guns are being reloaded. Do you have an extra gun? Asked Carmen. I don't, said Officer Tim. Officer John pulls out a handgun. Save your ammo. That's my last clip, said Officer John. Same here, said Officer Tim. The fence door opens. All 3 run inside. Stay on the land. Step quickly, said Officer John. All 3 are running. Pterodactyls shriek, then fly around. Footsteps are clanking on the metal staircase. Keep moving, said Officer Tim. Officer John sees the staircase, then no walkway. We need to jump, said Officer John, jumping over. Go. Carmen. A pterodactyl flies towards them. A gun fires. The pterodactyl falls. Go. Hurry, said Officer Tim. Carmen jumps. Officer John catches Carmen. Got you. Tim. Come on, said Officer John. Officer Tim jumps. Officer John catches Officer Tim. A pterodactyl shrieks. Shut up, said Officer Tim, firing his gun. All 3 run up the staircase. Unlock the door, said Officer John. The door unlocks then opens. A giant spider appears, screeches then jumps at all three of them. Chapter 33. The door quickly shuts. The giant spider hits the door. Wrong door, said Officer John, laughing. What now? Asked Carmen. Officer Tim sees a window. John, the window, said Officer Tim. You're a genius. Officer John climbs on top of a desk, looks out the window then opens it. I'll go first to check it out, said Officer John crawling through the window. Is it safe? Asked Officer Tim. Officer John appears next to the window. Both Carmen and Officer Tim get startled. Come on, said Officer John. Both Carmen and Officer Tim crawl through the window. It's a far jump, said Officer Tim. I'll go first. Officer John jumps down. Come on, Carmen, said Officer John. Carmen jumps down. Officer John catches Carmen. Officer Tim jumps down. A giant spider sees all three of them then screeches. All three run. The giant spiders follow all three of them. We need to lose them, said Officer Tim. Officer John hears the sound of the water. This way, said Officer John. All three stop at a waterfall. You want us to jump? No problem, said Officer Tim jumping. Both Carmen and Officer John jump too. The water splashes. All three resurface. Officer John sees the giant spiders crawling down the waterfall. We need to move now, said Officer John. All three swim towards the land then run. The giant spiders follow all three of them. All three run past. The group appears in the distance. The Spinosaurus roars. The giant spiders stop, then see the group in the distance. Jessie looks, then sees the giant spiders approaching. Oh no, said Jessie. Chapter 34. What? Asked John. SSSS spiders, said Jessie. Eric sees the giant spiders, then fires his gun. The giant spiders are falling onto the ground. Retreat. Eric gets to the group. Let's go, said Eric. The Spinosaurus bites Dwayne. Sean runs. The village. Open the gate, said Sean. The gate opens. All six run inside. The gate shuts. The giant spiders are crawling around the village. Get everyone into their houses, said Eric. Cameron puts Bill down. Stay with him. The giant spiders are slowly crawling over the fence. Guns are firing. We could help, said Cameron. In this house. There's guns and ammo, said Eric. Guns continue firing. The door opens. Cameron grabs a few guns and ammo, sees Officer Tim's handgun, then grabs it. Jessie, start shooting, said Cameron. The gun gets loaded, then fires. The giant spiders continue coming. Jessie grabs a gun. The gun fires. There's too many, said Eric. A giant spider slowly approaches Allison and John S. Bill wakes up. Sees the giant spider, sits up, then fires his gun. The giant spider falls onto the ground. Thanks, said John S. Bill stands, then fires his gun. Eric reloading his gun. A giant spider approaches. Eric drops a bullet, reaches down, grabs it, then puts it into the gun. The giant spider jumps at Eric. A gun fires. The giant spider falls onto the ground. Jenna appears. Thanks, babe, said Eric. You want a Barbie key? Asked Jenna, holding a flamethrower. Eric grabs the flamethrower. Burn. You fuckers, said Eric. The fire blows out. The giant spiders catch on fire, then scurry away. Bill groans. Are you all right? Asked Cameron. Yeah, said Bill. All four walk towards Eric. Bill pulls his shirt up, sees the stitches, puts it down, then sighs. Chapter 35. Footsteps are running. I think we lost them, said Officer Tim. All three stop. Phew. What a workout, said Officer John. Where's the village? Asked Carmen. Well, if I'm correct, probably that way, said Officer Tim. Well, let's go. Snarling from behind all three of them, the Tyrannosaurus Rex appears. Don't move, it senses movement, said Officer John. The Tyrannosaurus Rex snarls, then walks away. That was close, said Officer Tim. Let's go get my bag, said Officer John. Velociraptors snarl. A gun cocks. Save your ammo, said Officer John. Then what do we do? Asked Carmen. Run, said Officer John. All three start running. The velociraptors follow all three of them. The Tyrannosaurus Rex snarls, then bites a velociraptor. The other velociraptors start attacking the Tyrannosaurus Rex. All three stop. What luck, said Officer Tim. Hurry, before they come after us, said Officer John. All three continue running. Officer Tim stops, then sniffs. I smell fire, said Officer Tim. We're close, this way, said Officer John. All three are walking. Officer John stops, then kneels. What's the plan? Asked Officer Tim. Go in, get my bag, then get out of there, said Officer John. We're right being you, said Carmen. Oh, we could use these, said Officer Tim. Bombs, said Carmen. No. Even better, said Officer Tim. Officer John grabs a can. Smoke bombs. This is what I love about him, said Officer John. Let's go, said Officer Tim. All three are walking. People appear walking around. Chapter 36. All three climb over the fence. Give me about 5 minutes. I know where it is, said Officer John. Eric, I have a question, said Cameron. Shoot, said Eric. You said, and what? Our friends are here, and what? Where are they? Asked Cameron. We allowed them to leave. Those were their wishes, said Eric. Well, that's funny. Because I found Tim's handgun in your house, said Cameron. Eric stammers. 2 smoke bombs land by the house group. The group starts coughing. Guns are firing. The group hides behind items. Officer John slowly runs into the house, sees the guns, then his bag. The bag is being grabbed. The guns and ammo are being placed into the bag. Nick walks into the house. Officer John fires his gun. Nick falls onto the floor. Eric sees Officer John, then fires his gun. Officer John gets shot in his leg. I'm out, said Carmen. I'll cover you. Find my brother, said Officer Tim. Carmen runs. The smoke is slowly clearing. Officer Tim throws another smoke bomb. Guns continue firing. I'm gonna sneak up being him. Stay here, said Cameron. Guns continue firing. Carmen runs into the house. Officer John groans. I got you, said Carmen. No, you don't, said Eric. Cameron is slowly walking, stops, peeks around, then sees Officer Tim's back. Officer Tim continues firing his gun. Cameron exhales, turns, then points his gun at no one. Officer Tim appears behind Cameron. The gun cocks. Drop the gun. Cameron drops his gun. Now, turn around, said Officer Tim. Cameron turns around. Both Cameron and Officer Tim are in shock. Section 3, Chapter 37. Get up. Turn around, said Officer Tim. Cameron turns around. Both Cameron and Officer Tim are in shock. Sean approaches Officer Tim, then slowly raises his gun. No, said Cameron, moving Officer Tim. The gun fires. The bullet skims Cameron. Officer Tim runs. Sean follows Officer Tim. Come out here. All three are walking out of the house. Everyone, these are our shooters, said Eric. John, said Jesse. Oh, so you're John? Your brother had a good time locked up. All of you, follow me, said Eric. The door opens then shuts. Officer John groans. Are you all right, John? Asked Jesse. Yeah, sorry for shooting at you, said Officer John. Well, at least you didn't hurt anyone. Jesse sees Carmen. Who's she? Asked Jesse. Carmen, said Bill. Daddy, said Carmen, hugging Bill. Where's your mother? Asked Bill. She didn't make it, said Carmen. It's all right. I won't leave your side, said Bill. John, where's your brother? Asked John. He's outside, said Officer John. Footsteps are walking. Where did you go? Asked Sean. Officer Tim appears behind Sean, raises his gun, then swings it. Sean ducks, hits Officer Tim's stomach with his gun, then punches him. Officer Tim falls onto the ground. Gun cocks. Sean laughs, groans, then falls. Cameron holds out his hand. Officer Tim grabs Cameron's hand. Are you all right? Asked Cameron. Yeah, let's find the others, said Officer Tim. They're with Eric, said Cameron. I meant my brother. Wait, the others are here? Asked Officer Tim. Chapter 38. Sean groans. Officer Tim pulls out a pair of handcuffs, puts them onto the fence, then around Sean's wrists. Let's go get my brother, said Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Officer Tim are walking. Officer Tim raises his hand. Both Cameron and Officer Tim kneel. Do you see them? Asked Cameron. I don't see anyone. It could be a trap. Stay here. I'll check it out, said Officer Tim, walking out slowly. Eric walks out. Officer Tim points his gun at Eric. Well, Tim, it's nice to see you again, said Eric. Where's my brother? Asked Officer Tim. In a safe place. Don't worry. All I'm gonna do is kill them, said Eric. I'll give you a trade. My brother and friends for your man, said Officer Tim. No, my friend for their lives. But you all stay, said Eric. No. Cameron sees Jenna on the roof of a house, picks up a gun, then points it at her. Let them go, said Officer Tim. Only if you're willing to switch lives. My friend for theirs, said Eric. I already said my answer. You got 10 seconds to let them go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, said Officer Tim. All four are putting their fingers by gun triggers. The guns fire. Chapter 39. Jenna gets shot in her shoulder. Officer Tim gets shot in his leg. Eric gets shot in his arm. Cameron walks out. Don't move. Are you all right, Tim? Asked Cameron. Officer Tim stands up. Get up, Eric. I should shoot you, but first, where's my brother and friends? Asked Officer Tim. Sean groans, sees he's handcuffed to the fence, then starts shaking it. That bastard, said Sean, seeing his gun, then tries reaching for it. A giant spider sees Sean, then slowly crawls towards him. Sean continues reaching for his gun. The giant spider gets closer. Sean touches his gun. The giant spider crawls up the fence. Sean grabs his gun, shoots the handcuffs, then the giant spider. The giant spider falls onto the ground. Sean stands up. More giant spiders are approaching. Sean runs away. I'll take you. To your brother, said Eric. Sean runs out. Cameron points his gun at Sean. Whoa! We have company, said Sean. The giant spiders appear, guns continuously firing. The giant spiders are falling onto the ground. Jenna, get down here, said Eric. Fall back, said Officer Tim. Cameron turns around. Tim, said Cameron. Officer Tim turns around. More giant spiders appear. Cameron, find the others, said Officer Tim. People are screaming. Guns continuously firing. A giant spider crawls up the house, gets to the roof, sees Jenna, then slowly approaches her. Jenna turns around. The giant spider screeches, then jumps at Jenna. Chapter 40. Jenna moves. The giant spider falls off of the house. Jenna grabs her gun, then runs downstairs. Guns continuously firing. Something's going on, said Jesse. John S. sees a figure move past the window. The window opens. John S. looks out the window. Webbing goes on to John S.'s head. John S. touches the webbing, then looks up. A giant spider screeches. John S. gets pulled out of the window. And Quat, John, and Quat, yelled Allison. Another giant spider appears. The group screams. The door opens. A gun fires. The giant spider falls. Come on, guys, said Cameron. The group runs outside. Officer John grabs his bag. I'm all right. Where's my brother? Asked Officer John. A gun fires. This way, said Cameron. Jesse sees John S. in the webbing. John, said Jesse. He's in a web, said Officer John. The giant spider's biting John S. John S. screams. Gun fires, cocks, then clicks. Jenna runs outside. Eric nods his head to Sean. Sean hits Officer Tim with his gun. Officer Tim falls onto the ground. Let's get out of here, said Eric. All three are climbing over the fence, then run away. A giant spider sees Officer Tim laying on the ground. A gun fires. Tim, said Officer John. We need to leave, said Cameron. You go on ahead, I'll catch up. Go in that direction, there's a building. Get them there. If I'm not there in 10 minutes, we're dead, said Officer John. The group climbs over the fence. Officer John picks up Officer Tim. The Tyrannosaurus Rex appears. The fence breaks. The Spinosaurus appears. Chapter 41. The giant spiders scurry away. Officer John runs towards the fence. Both Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex are fighting. Officer John sees an opening in the fence. Footsteps are running. There's the building, said Carmen. The group runs towards the building. The doors open, then shut. What now? Asked Allison. We wait 10 minutes, said Jesse. Then what? Asked Carmen. We move on, said Bill. Footsteps are running. Wait. Eric looks around. Let's move, said Eric. Eric, a building, said Jenna. Hurry. Eric sees the broken window. Careful, said Eric. The door opens. Guns are being pointed. Find another place, said Cameron. Hey, we all could coexist, said Eric. Get in here, said Bill. How long has it been? Asked Allison. He has 2 minutes, said Bill. Officer John appears. Walking, puts Officer Tim down, then sees the building. We made it, Tim. Officer John sees velociraptors coming from the woods next to the building. No, said Officer John. The velociraptors. See Officer John. Officer John pulls out his gun. The gun cocks, then fires. Gun fire echoes. That Gunfire is close, said Jesse. The door opens. A velociraptor snarls. Chapter 42. Shut the door, said Bill. The velociraptor jumps at Jesse. The doors shut then reopen. The velociraptor's head appears between the doors. Back up, said Eric. The group moves. The doors open. Guns continuously firing. The velociraptor falls. Officer John appears. Shut the doors. The doors shut. Officer John sees Eric, Jenna and Sean. What the hell are you doing here? Asked Officer John. We could help you, said Eric. You can stay with us until I say, said Officer John. Now what, John? Asked Jesse. We stay here. This place is safe. Everyone sleep. I'll take watch. You three, over there. I'm not trusting you, said Officer John. Fair enough, said Eric. All three walk towards the corner. The group appears sleeping. Officer John is watching the group. The sun rises. Everyone up. We've got a long day, said Officer John. Officer Tim groans. What happened? Asked Officer Tim. Are you able to walk? Asked Officer John. I'll try, said Officer Tim. Before we move on, me, Carmen and Tim saw what down here. Once down there, stay together, said Officer John. What's down there? Asked Jesse. You'll see, said Officer John. Footsteps clanking on the metal staircase. The group continues walking. John, we need a different way, said Officer Tim. The walkway, said Officer John. The sound of wings flapping. Clanking sound on the metal bridge. Chapter 43. What's that noise? Asked Allison. A pterodactyl shrieks. The group steps backwards. The guns are firing. The pterodactyl shrieks then flies away. Run. Quickly, said Officer John. The group runs across the bridge. The pterodactyls appear flying around. The group gets to other side. What way? Asked Jesse. Right. Hurry, said Officer John. The group is running down the metal walkway. Stairs, said Officer Tim. A pterodactyl flies towards the group. Sean pushes Officer Tim. The gun fires. The pterodactyl falls then lands into the water. Officer Tim look at Sean. You're welcome, said Sean. Let's move. Quickly, said Officer John. The group is running down the metal staircase. The water is flowing. Now where? Asked Jesse. Follow the land, said Officer John. The group continues running. The pterodactyls swoop down. Guns continuously firing. The group continues running. The land ends. The group stops. What now? Asked Jesse. Officer John stammers, sees the land on the other side, then points to it. There. We need to swim across, said Officer John. The group jumps into the water then swims across. A pterodactyl shrieks. Sean aims his gun. The gun fires. The pterodactyl falls. Sean laughs. Another pterodactyl shrieks. Sean cocks his gun then is picked up. The pterodactyl flies away with Sean. Sean, said Eric. The pterodactyl lets go of Sean. Sean lands into a nest, groans then looks over. The water crashing. Chapter 44. The group gets to the other side. Officer John sees both Eric and Jenna on the opposite side. And quat, Eric, and quat, yelled Officer John. Get your people to safety. I'm going for my friend, said Eric. Be careful. Both Eric and Jenna run up the metal staircase. Let's go on, said Officer John. The group walks through the metal gate. Keep your eyes open, Jenna. Both Eric and Jenna are walking. A. Pterodactyl shrieks. Look out, said Eric, shooting the pterodactyl. Cracking sound. Sean looks. Pterodactyl eggs appear, then start hatching. Baby pterodactyls shrieking. A gun continuously fires. Them cocks. Eric hears gunfire in the distance. Over there, said Jenna. Both Eric and Jenna see. Sean, 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 said Eric. Sean looks, then sees both Eric and Jenna. I'm on a cliff, said Sean. Stay there. We'll be here to help. Help me find a way over, said Eric. Jenna looking at the rocks. Over there. If we follow them, we should get to him, said Jenna. We're coming, Sean. Eric takes off his vest. You stay here, continue shooting, said Eric. Jenna grabs Eric's hand. Come back to me, said Jenna. I will, said Eric, kissing Jenna. The gun fires. Hurry, said Sean. Eric starts climbing up the rocks. Jenna shooting the pterodactyls. The gun jams. Jenna grabs Eric's gun. The gun clicks. I'm out, Eric, said Jenna. A pterodactyl shrieks, then flies towards Eric. Chapter 45. The gun fires. The pterodactyl falls. Officer John appears. Hurry up, Eric. Eric continues climbing. Jenna. Officer John throws a gun. Jenna catches the gun. Hold on, Sean, said Officer John. Eric gets to the nest. Are you ready? Let's go. You first, Sean, said Eric. Both Eric and Sean are climbing along the rocks. The guns continue firing. A pterodactyl lands onto the walkway. The guns continue firing. Jenna sees the pterodactyl on the walkway approaching. Officer John looks at Jenna. Jenna points the gun. Don't shoot, said Officer John. The gun fries. The pterodactyl falls. Officer John turns around, sees the pterodactyl's carcass, then looks at Jenna. Jenna smiles. A pterodactyl shrieks. Eric grabs a rock, then slips. Eric, said Jenna. Eric holding onto the rock, then grabs another one. I'm fine. Keep moving, Sean, said Eric. Clanking sound from the metal staircase. Officer John looks at the metal staircase. The giant spiders crawling down the metal staircase. Jenna sees the giant spiders on the bridge. Spiders, said Jenna. The giant spiders are crawling everywhere. Officer John sees the giant spiders on the walkway. The gun fires. Hurry up, you two, said Officer John. The guns continuously firing. The pterodactyls are flying around. The giant spiders are jumping at the pterodactyls. Other giant spiders are crawling towards both Eric and Sean. Sean, your gun, said Eric, reaching for the gun. The giant spiders are getting closer. Eric continues reaching for the gun. The giant spiders screeching. Chapter 46. Eric grabs the gun. The gun gets pointed, then fires. The giant spider falls. Sean reaches for the rock. A giant spider crawls towards Sean. Sean grabs the giant spider's leg, then looks up at it. The giant spider screeches. Sean screams, loses his grip, lets go of the giant spider's leg, then falls. Sean, said Eric. Sean smacks against the rocks. All three gasp. Hurry, Eric, said Officer John. Shooting the giant spider. The giant spider falls. Jenna's gun clicks. I'm out, said Jenna. Me too. Officer John grabs his gun from the barrel end, then hits the giant spiders. Eric gets to the walkway. Let's go, said Officer John, hitting the giant spiders. All three are running. The giant spiders follow all three of them. Jenna falls onto the walkway, then sees webbing around her legs. Help, said Jenna. Both Eric and Officer John run back. Eric pulls out a knife, then cuts the webbing. I'll get you out, said Eric. The giant spiders are closer. Officer John looks at the hinges, grabs his handgun, then shoots them. Hang on, said Officer John. The hinges break. The walkway falls. The webbing gets pulled. The giant spider gets dragged off of the walkway. The water splashes. The giant spiders are crawling everywhere. All three are swimming, get to the land, run. Then see the fence gate. The fence, said Eric. The giant spiders block the fence door. Officer John raises his handgun. The handgun clicks. Damn, said Officer John. The giant spiders surround all three of them, all three cowering. Chapter 47. The fence door opens. Guns continuously firing. The giant spiders fall. Come on, you three, said Officer Tim. All three are running. The fence door shuts. Officer Tim ties his belt around the fence door. The giant spiders are screeching. All three are breathing heavily. Thanks for helping, said Officer John. No problem, bro, said Officer Tim. Where's your friend? Asked Bill. He's dead, said Eric. The group gasps. Sorry about that, said Bill. Let's just continue, said Eric. I think it'll be safe up here. Until morning, said Officer John. The group appears sleeping on the cliff. Officer John sits up, then looks at the trees. Officer Tim's belt breaks. The fence door slowly opens. The giant spiders slowly crawl through. A few pterodactyls fly through the fence door, then shriek. Officer John turns around. A pterodactyl knocks into Officer John. Officer John falls off of the cliff, then grabs the ledge. Guns are firing. Bill grabs Officer John's hand. I got you, said Bill, pulling Officer John up. The group steps backwards. The giant spiders are screeching. Officer John sees his bag. The giant spiders are getting closer. I've got an idea, said Officer John, rolling towards his bag. The giant spiders continue screeching. Officer John pulls out a smoke bomb. Everyone cover their mouth, said Officer Tim. Officer John rolls the smoke bombs. The giant spiders screech, then scurry back inside. Officer John shuts the fence door. Is everyone all right? Asked Officer John. Eric looks up. John, said Eric, pointing. The pterodactyls fly towards the group. Chapter 48. Shot them, said Officer John. Guns are firing. The pterodactyls are being shot, then fly into the cliff. What now? Asked Jesse. Officer John pulls out a rope. We climb down. But we need to do it one at a time. Tim, I want you to go first, said Officer John. All right, said Officer Tim. Officer John nails a peg into the cliff, then ties the rope around Officer Tim. Be careful down there, said Officer John. Officer Tim is being lowered towards the ground. I'm at the bottom, said Officer Tim. Untie yourself, said Officer John. Officer Tim unties himself. The rope gets tied to a peg. Stay there, Tim. Carmen, you're next, said Officer John. The group gets lowered down one at a time. All right, John, your turn, said Officer Tim. Officer John climbs down the rope. All right, let's find some shelter, said Officer John. The group starts walking. These trees just keep going, said Cameron. Yeah, I noticed that too. Maybe we're lost, said Officer John. So, what do we do? Asked Eric. I don't know, said Officer John. A shadow moves in the woods. Officer John looks. John, is something wrong? Asked Cameron. We're in the wrong territory, said Officer John. What do you mean? Asked Jesse. Look in that direction, said Officer John, pointing. The group looks into the woods. A pair of red eyes appear. Chapter 49. What do we do? Asked Jesse. Run, said Officer John. The group turns around. The pair of red eyes appear again. Oh no! Another one, said Cameron. No, this is a weird forest. Everywhere you go, there's eyes, said Eric. The trees start moving. The red eyes are getting closer. Everyone get ready, said Officer John. A giant scorpion appears. Guns continuously firing. The giant scorpion's tail hits the ground. The group falls onto the ground. Officer John looks at the giant scorpion's side, then reads and quat, Scorpio, and quat, John, and quat, John, and quat, yelled Officer Tim. Officer John looks at Officer Tim, then stands up. Everybody, run, said Officer John. The group runs into the woods. The giant scorpion screeches. Both Allison and Officer Tim stop running. Officer Tim looks around. Where are the others? Asked Officer Tim. Both Cameron and Jesse look around. We lost the others, said Cameron. Bill, Eric and Jenna are running. Bill stops. Wait. The others aren't being us, said Bill. I told you, it's this forest, said Eric. Both Carmen and Officer John are running, then stop. Carmen, we lost the others, said Officer John. We need to find them, said Carmen. We will. Trotting sound in the distance. Carmen, I hear something coming, said Officer John, cocking his gun. Both Carmen and Officer John look. An arrow goes into the tree. A centaur appears, then trots towards both of them. Both Carmen and Officer John run. Carmen trips, then falls onto the ground. Chapter 50. Get up, Carmen. An arrow goes into Officer John's leg. Officer John screams. I'm tired of this shit, said Officer John, firing his gun. The centaur falls. Officer John puts out his hand. Carmen grabs Officer John's hand. Thanks, said Carmen. Let's try to find the others, said Officer John. Both Carmen and Officer John walk past the centaur. Officer John reads Centaur's side. Centaur's side reads, and quat, Sagittarius, and quat. Both Allison and Officer Tim are walking. The sound of water flowing. Officer Tim stops. Do you hear that? Asked Officer Tim. Water, said Allison. Let's go find it, said Officer Tim. Both Allison and Officer Tim are running, then see a stream of water. Water. Yes, said Allison. Both Allison and Officer Tim are drinking the water. Officer Tim pulls out a container. The water splashes in the distance. Both Allison and Officer Tim look at each other. Stay here. I'll check it out, said Officer Tim, walking towards the water. The gun cocks. Allison watching. The water next to Allison starts rippling. Two fins appear, then swim towards Allison. Chapter 51. Officer Tim kneels, looks at the water, then sees an object. Do you see something? Asked Allison. Officer Tim reaches into the water, then pulls out a bone. A bone. Officer Tim turns around. Then sees two fins. Away from the water, said Officer Tim. Allison sees the two fins, then steps backwards. Two fishes jump out of the water. Both Allison and Officer Tim step backwards. Fish, said Allison. F. The two fishes jump out of the water again. Officer Tim sees the fish's side. Fish's side reads and quat, pisses, and quat. They're pisses. The horoscope symbol. These woods probably Have the other symbols too, said Officer Tim. Allison sees number 3. We should ask him, said Allison. Excuse me, sir. Hey. Number 3 pours water from a container into the stream. Officer Tim sees number 3's side, then reads and quote, Aquarius and quote. He's the same way. He's an Aquarius. Let's keep moving, said Officer Tim. Both Allison and Officer Tim are walking away. A waterfall appears. We need to climb, said Allison. Well, bleating sound from behind both of them. Both Allison and Officer Tim turn around, then see a goat. It's a Capricorn, said Officer Tim. That's a goat, said Allison. A Capricorn is a goat, said Officer Tim. Another bleating sound. Both Allison and Officer Tim look to their left. A ram, said Allison. Aries, hurry, start climbing, said Officer Tim. Both the goat and the ram charge towards both of them. Both Allison and Officer Tim are climbing. Allison grabs the top of the cliff. A hoof steps. Allison looks up. A centaur appears. Chapter 52. Both Eric and Jenna are walking. Careful, Jenna. Anything could be in here, said Eric. Snorting comes from behind both of them. Both Eric and Jenna turn around. A bull appears. What do we do, Eric? asked Jenna. When it charges, shoot it, said Eric. Guns are cocking. The bull runs towards both Eric and Jenna. Both Eric and Jenna raise their guns. The bull gets closer, gets shot by an arrow, then falls. Both Eric and Jenna look. A group of centaurs appear. We should leave, said Jenna. Go slowly, said Eric. Both Eric and Jenna start walking away. The centaurs grab the bull's leg, then drag it. Both Eric and Jenna continue walking. Eric. Up ahead. I see something, said Jenna. Down. Both Eric and Jenna are kneeling. Eric looks through the scope of the rifle. A building appears in the distance. It's a building. Let's get to it. Quickly. Both Eric and Jenna are running. Eric stops, then puts out his arm. We better stop, said Eric. Both Eric and Jenna look down. How do we get across? asked Jenna. Eric sees a log. There, said Eric. Both Eric and Jenna walk towards the log. You go first, said Jenna. All right. Eric walks across the log. Come on, said Eric. Jenna walking onto the log. The log shifts. Jenna falls, then grabs the log. Eric, said Jenna. Jenna. Hang on, said Eric. Chapter 53. Both Cameron and Jesse are walking. How much further? asked Jesse. You can take a break. I'll wait, said Cameron. I'm glad I'm with you, said Jesse. Well, we might not be for long, said Cameron, pointing. A giant crab appears, then snaps its claws together. Both Cameron and Jesse are hiding behind a tree. The giant scorpion screeches. Cameron, said Jesse. Stay here. I've got an idea, said Cameron, running. The giant scorpion follows Cameron. Cameron runs in front of the giant crab. The giant crab swings its claw. Cameron slides underneath the giant crab. The giant scorpion screeches. Both the giant crab and the giant scorpion are fighting. Cameron runs towards Jesse. Oh, thank God, said Jesse. Let's move. Quickly, said Cameron. Both Cameron and Jesse are running. The sound of water crashing. Cameron. It's Eric, said Jesse. Eric. Where's Jenna? asked Cameron. Right here, said Jenna, holding onto the log. Eric crawls towards Jenna. Careful, Eric, said Cameron. Eric grabs Jenna's arm, then pulls her up onto the log. Are you all right, babe? asked Eric. Yeah, said Jenna. Both Eric and Jenna walk across the log. Come over your two, said Eric. You go first. Jesse, said Cameron. Jesse walks across the log. Come on, Cameron, said Eric. Jesse sees a lion. Behind Cameron. Cameron, said Jesse. Chapter 54. The lion roars. Cameron points his gun. The gun clicks. Damn, said Cameron. Footsteps are walking. Bill looks around. How'd I lose them? Bill sees the water. Water. Bill walks towards the water. Kneels, then drinks some. A fish jumps out of the water. Bill grabs the fish. Stupid fish. The gun fires. The fish explodes. Bill sits up, then sees number 3. Excuse me, sir. Number 3 looks up, then runs away. No, damn, said Bill, getting hit from behind, then falls onto the ground. The centaur grabs Allison's hand. Both Allison and Officer Tim are being pulled up. The centaur starts to walk away, stops, then waves. Both Allison and Officer Tim follow the centaur. Footsteps are walking. Do you think I'll find the others? Asked Carmen. Of course. I believe they're still alive, said Officer John. Really? Said Carmen. Of course. Officer John stops. Get down. Look. It's a centaur, said Officer John. Carmen sees the centaur carrying Bill. My dad, said Carmen, stepping forward. Officer John grabs Carmen's arm. We can't get caught, said Officer John. We can't let them kill him, said Carmen. I won't let that happen. Let's follow them, said Officer John. Both Cameron and Officer John follow the centaur. Cameron slowly step backwards. The lion roars again. Come on, you stupid cat, said Cameron. Eric raises his gun. Shoot, said Jesse. I don't have a shot, said Eric. The lion runs towards Cameron. Cameron raises his gun. The lion jumps at Cameron, then knocks into him. Both Cameron and the lion fall over the waterfall. No, said Jesse. Bill groans. Where am I? Asked Bill. In a safe place, said number 4. Appearing. Both Carmen and Officer John are hiding behind the trees, then see the herd of centaurs. Section 4, Chapter 55. What's the plan? Asked Carmen. I really don't have one. My mind's drawing a blank, said Officer John. Where am I? Asked Bill. Don't worry, you're in a safe place. Number 4 unscrews the lid of a container. Here, drink this. Bill drinks from the container. Who are you? Asked number 4. Call me Bill. You? Asked Bill. I'm Robert. Just so you know, you were picked up by a friendly centaur, said Robert. A centaur? Isn't that half man, half horse? Asked Bill. Yeah, this whole forest is like that. Centaurs, bulls, crabs, scorpions, said Robert, being interrupted. Fish, said Bill. Yeah, this place has other things too, said Robert. Did you find any other people? Asked Bill. No. Why? You weren't alone? Asked Robert. No, I was separated from my group, said Bill. At daylight, we'll go find them. It's just, there's other centaurs out there. They seem nice, but they aren't, said Robert. Hopefully none of my friends run into them, said Bill. Yeah, hopefully. Well, see you at first light. That's when we'll leave, said Robert. And quat? We'll and quat, said Bill. Yeah, I have my own team. Plus, the centaurs will help out. Good night, Bill, said Robert, walking away. Chapter 56. Jesse is kneeling next to the ledge of the cliff, then starts crying. We need to move. Come on, Jesse, said Eric. Jenna sits next to Jesse. I'm sorry, but we need to move. Just go slowly. Come on, said Jenna. Both Jenna and Jessie walk past Eric. Eric blesses himself out of respect for Cameron, then walks away. The crashing sound of water gets louder. Cameron appears, hanging from a rock, looks down, then sees the lion's body. What do I do? Asked Cameron, seeing another rock, grabs it, then climbs down. All three are walking. Open the door on 3. 1, 2, 3. The door opens. Eric points his gun, then walks inside. Come on in, guys, said Eric. Both Jenna and Jessie walk inside. The door shuts. Stay here, Jessie. Eric, a minute, said Jenna. Both Eric and Jenna stand closer. What? Whispered Eric. You should check this place out. I don't want to leave her alone, whispered Jenna. Yeah, Jessie, you and Jenna are gonna stay here. I'm gonna check this place out. I'll be back, said Eric. Another door opens. Eric walks through the door. The door shuts. I'm gonna check the cabinets. Maybe there's food or water. The cabinet doors open. I'm sorry about your friend. He was a nice kid. Jessie looks at the gun on the table. Jenna walks into the pantry, sees some food, grabs it, then walks out. Look what Jessie's gone. Jessie, where'd you go? Asked Jenna, seeing no gun on the table. Gunfire in the distance. Chapter 57. Both Allison and Officer Tim are walking behind the centaur. Do you think we should follow it? Whispered Allison. I don't know. But maybe he has the others, whispered Officer Tim. The centaur stops. Officer Tim puts up his hand in front of Allison. The centaur. Listening. What's it doing? Asked Allison. Listening, said Officer Tim. To what? Asked Allison. I don't know. Officer Tim hears a trotting sound. Get down, Allison, said Officer Tim. Both Allison and Officer Tim are kneeling. Officer Tim looks around. A red centaur appears. Why is that centaur red? Asked Allison. I have no idea. The centaur stands in front of both Allison and Officer Tim. It's protecting us, said Officer Tim. The red centaur trots towards the centaur. Both the centaur and the red centaur collide. The red centaur, holding a sword, then raises it. No, said Allison. The red centaur looks. Officer Tim holds Allison's mouth. The red centaur approaches the tree, then sees nothing. The centaur hits the red centaur. The red centaur hits the centaur. The centaur falls. The red centaur raises his sword. The centaur kicks the sword. The sword lands onto the ground next to Allison and Officer Tim. Allison grabs the sword. Allison, said Officer Tim. The centaur falls. The red centaur looks at Allison, then trots towards her. Allison, said Officer Tim. The red centaur gets closer. Allison raises the sword. Chapter 58. The red centaur raises its hooves. Allison screams. Red centaur falls onto Allison. Allison. Officer Tim runs over, then pushes the red centaur's body off Allison. Allison. Allison sits up. Are you all right? Asked Officer Tim. Allison is looking at the red centaur. The sword appears in the red centaur. Yeah? Allison sees the centaur standing up. Tim, said Allison. Officer Tim looks at the centaur. The centaur is limping. We need to help it. Both Allison and Officer Tim approach the centaur. I'll help you. Let me see your wound, said Officer Tim. The centaur lifts its hoof. Officer Tim pulls out a handkerchief, then wraps it around the centaur's leg. Thank you. Both Allison and Officer Tim look in shock. Please, follow me, said Centaur number 1, walking away. Both Allison and Officer Tim follow the centaur. Did you know that it could talk? Asked Allison. I knew. I thought it was a different language, said Officer Tim. We speak all different kinds. English, Spanish, French and others, said Centaur number 1. So, how many of those red ones are there? Asked Officer Tim. A lot. We've been at war with them. They try to kill humans. The village is up here, said Centaur number 1. Footsteps are walking. Carmen points. Look, said Carmen. Another centaur with Allison and Tim. I got an idea. Officer John pulls out a silencer, attaches it to his gun, then raises it. All three continue walking. Goodbye, centaur, said Officer John, putting his finger by gun trigger. The centaur stops. The gun fires. Chapter 59. Gunfire in the distance. Jessie. Jenna runs outside, sees Jessie sitting on the ground, then runs towards her. Jessie. Jessie looks at Jenna. Oh, thank God. Give me the gun, said Jenna. Footsteps are walking. Eric pointing his gun, then walks past the door. The door creaks open. Eric looks at the door, walks towards it, kicks it open, then walks inside the room. A gun cocks. A shadow moves. Eric looks. Who's there? Hello? Asked Eric. Eric, said woman number 3. Eric looking around. Who's there? Show yourself, said Eric. Look behind you, said woman number 3. Eric turns around. Woman number 3 appears staring at Eric. Who are you? Asked Eric. I'm a woman, waiting for a man. And you're that man, Eric, said woman number 3, kissing Eric. Eric takes off his shirt. Both Jenna and Jessie are walking. Jenna sees both Eric and woman number 3. Eric, said Jenna. Eric opens his eyes. Woman number 3 turns into a witch. Eric backs up. Jenna points her gun. The witch disappears. What's going on? Asked Eric. You were kissing a witch, said Jenna. I can't remember. All I remember is a woman. She was calling my name, said Eric. Two figures appear at the end of the hall. Chapter 60. Cameron is walking. The water continues flowing. Cameron stops, sits, then pulls out some bullets. If I only had my gun. A gun appears floating in the water. Just my luck. Cameron reaches for the gun. I can't reach it. Cameron sees a stick, grabs it, then reaches for the gun. The stick goes by the gun's trigger. Cameron pulls the stick. The gun gets closer. Cameron grabs the gun. Yes, I got my gun. The gun uncocks. The bullets fall out. Wet bullets. That's all right. I have more, said Cameron. The centaur stops. The gun fires. The centaur falls. Officer Tim holds up his gun. Stay behind me, Allison. Footsteps are approaching. Officer Tim raises his gun. Both Carmen and Officer John appear. John, am I glad to see you, said Officer Tim. Have you seen the others? Asked Officer John. Not since we were separated, said Officer Tim. Allison looks at the centaur's body. Tim, the centaur, sad Allison. Officer Tim checks the centaur's pulse. It's dead. Did you shoot him? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah. Weren't you a prisoner? Asked Officer John. No, it was taking us to his village, said Officer Tim. We thought you were prisoners, said Officer John. Why would you think that? Asked Officer Tim. Because they have Carmen's father. Officer John remembers the first centaur. Geez, I killed 2, said Officer John. 2, said Officer Tim. Yeah, it was when we were separated, said Officer John. Why would you? Asked Officer Tim, trotting sound towards the group. The group of centaurs and group surrounds all 4 of them. All 4 put their hands up. Chapter 61. Jesse looks down the hallway, then sees 2 star figures. Guys, said Jesse. Both Eric and Jenna look down the hallway. All 3 see 2 star figures. Both star figures raise their swords. Run, said Eric. All 3 start running. The star figures follow all 3 of them. The gun fires. The door opens. Come on, Eric, said Jenna. Eric continues running. Both star figures swing their swords. Eric slides underneath the swords. The swords miss Eric. Eric slides through the door. The door shuts. That was close, said Eric. Footsteps are walking. Cameron stops, then hides behind a tree. A giant scorpion walks past. Cameron runs, then sees a door. Footsteps are walking closer. The door opens. Cameron walks inside an unlit hallway. A light turns on. Where am I? The light glowing. Cameron looks, then sees a window. Is this frozen? That's water. This is the sea floor. Cameron leans towards the window. A megalodon appears. Said Cameron, running away. Jesse hears a scream. Did you hear that? Asked Jesse. Yeah, it was close, said Eric. We need to find whoever that was, said Jesse, banging on the door. The door starts denting. We need a way out, said Jenna. Eric looks around. The door breaks down. The star figures see an empty room. Chapter 62. All 4 raise their hands. Move it, said Frank. The group starts walking. We didn't kill that thing, said Officer Tim. Shut up, trespassers. Open the gate. The gate opens. Move it, said Frank. The group walks inside. The gate shuts. I'll tell Robert. He'll love this, said Bradley. The door opens. Both Bill and Robert appear eating. Hello, Bradley. Meet Bill, said Robert. Hi, we have news. One of our centaur friends is dead. But we have new arrivals, said Bradley. Good. Let's go. Bill, maybe it's your friends, said Robert. All 3 are walking. We found them by the centaur's body, said Frank. All right, thank you, Frank. Hello, I'm Robert Smith. Welcome. Now, do you 4 know this man? Asked Robert. Bill approaches. Bill, said Officer John. Daddy, said Carmen. Carmen, said Bill. Let them go. All 4 are being untied. Carmen hugs Bill. Welcome, said Robert. Have you seen any other people? Asked Officer John. No. You 5 are the only ones that are new. Why, is there more of your group? Asked Robert. Yeah. They could be anywhere, said Officer John. That would take forever. But we'll help you, said Robert. Guns are cocking. I don't think so, Robert. Because we're taking over. Take them to the cells, said Frank. You can't do this, Frank, said Robert. Frank approaches Robert. Watch me, said Frank. The group walks away. Chapter 63. The star figures are walking around the room. The vents are moving. How far are we going? Asked Jesse. Until I found a good spot, said Eric. All 3 are crawling through the air vent. Footsteps are running. Eric stops, then hears footsteps. Is something wrong? Asked Jenna. No. I thought I heard something, said Eric, continuing crawling. A pounding sound. The vent falls. Eric peeks through, then jumps down. Go, Jesse, said Jenna. Eric catches Jesse. Come on, Jenna, said Eric. Laughter in air vent echoes. Jenna looks down the air vent. Jenna, come on, said Jesse. Hold on, said Jenna, pointing her flashlight. Do you see something? Asked Eric. No. It's nothing, said Jenna. GNR, said woman number 3. Jenna turns around. Woman number 3 appears. Both Jenna and woman number 3 start kissing. Both Eric and Jesse are watching Jenna's leg. Jenna, find a ladder or sometime, said Eric. Jesse runs. Both Jenna and woman number 3 continue kissing. Jenna opens her eyes. The witch laughs. Jenna becomes paralyzed. The witch raises, swings her hand. Her fingernails cut Jenna's throat. Laughs, then disappears. Here, said Jesse. Eric sets up the ladder, climbs up it, then sees Jenna's body. Jenna, said Eric, crying. I love you, said Jenna. I love you too. Jenna exhales her last breath. Jenna, come back, come back. Jenna, unquote, Jenna, unquote, yelled Eric. Chapter 64. Cameron stops running. I'm exhausted from running. A banging sound in the distance. Cameron is slowly walking. The banging sound gets louder. Cameron looks around the corner, then sees a door. The water is seeping through the door. That's not gonna hold much longer. I need to find a way up, said Cameron. Another door opens. A staircase appears. Cameron walks up the staircase. Eric carries Jenna's body down the ladder. I'm so sorry, Eric. Is there anything I could do? Asked Jesse. Eric crosses Jenna's arms, then shuts her eyes. Let's move on, said Eric. Goodbye, Jenna, said Jesse. Swords appear at the end of the hallway. Eric looks up at the star figures. Run, Jesse, said Eric. What about you? Asked Jesse. I'll be fine. Just go, said Eric. The star figures raise their swords. Jesse runs away. The star figures run towards Eric. A gun gets raised, then fires. A sword deflects the bullets. Eric runs towards the star figures. The star figures swing their swords. Eric slides underneath, aims the gun, then fires it. The star figures turn around, stare at Eric, then collapse onto the floor. Chapter 65. Footsteps are walking. Frank, why are you doing this? Asked Robert. Because these centaurs need my help. These centaurs were going extinct. So, I made them a deal. I'll help them kill the good centaurs, the red ones. So, I said, unquote. Yes, unquote. Only if they didn't hurt us 5, said Frank. You bastard, said Robert. Shut the door. The door shuts. You two, lock this door, so they don't escape. Bradley and Simon, take the first watch. Sarah and Jeremy, secure the perimeter, said Frank. All 6 sit down. Officer John pulls out the gun's magazine, looks into it, then sees nothing. Does anyone have any ammo? Asked Officer John. The entire group is checking their guns. No, said Bill. Officer John unzips his bag, pulls out empty magazines, then finds explosives. So, what now? Asked Allison. I don't know. John, do you have a plan? Asked Officer Tim. No, not yet. But, I'll get one soon, said Officer John. Carmen looks out the window. Are you all right, honey? Asked Bill. Yeah, hopefully. John comes up with a plan soon, said Carmen. He will, said Bill. Officer John kneeling. Officer Tim approaches Officer John. What are you doing? Asked Officer Tim. I finally have a plan, said Officer John. What? Asked Officer Tim. Officer John opens the bag. Officer Tim sees the explosives. Both Officer John and Officer Tim smile. Chapter 66. Jessie is running. Jessie said. Woman number 3. No, please no, said Jessie. Woman number 3 appears. Jessie closes her eyes. Jessie, said woman number 3. Jessie covers her ears. Go away, just go away, said Jessie, opening her eyes. Woman number 3 gets closer towards Jessie. Jessie, move. Jessie moves. Woman number 3 sees Eric. The gun fires. Woman number 3 falls onto the floor. Are you all right? Asked Eric. Yeah. Nice shot, said Jessie. Eric hears footsteps approaching. Do you hear that? Asked Eric. What? Asked Jessie. Listen. Footsteps are approaching. Footsteps. Someone's coming, said Eric, raising his gun. Do you think it's the others? Asked Jessie. I don't know. But here they come, said Eric. A shadow moves. The gun fires. Glass shatters. That was glass, said Jessie. It was a reflection. So, it's being us. Both Eric and Jessie turn around. Stay here, whispered Eric, walking down the hallway. Footsteps approaching Jessie. Eric gets to the end of the hallway. Do you see anything? Asked Jessie. No. I don't think it's here, said Eric. A hand touches Jessie. Jessie screams. Eric turns around, then fires his gun. Chapter 67. The figure gets shot, then falls onto the floor. Stay back, Jessie. Eric points his gun. Who are you? Come into the light, said Eric. Cameron rolls into the light. Cameron, said Jessie, hugging. Cameron. Cameron groans. Sorry about the shot. I didn't know it was you, said Eric. It's all right. Where's Jenna? Asked Cameron. She didn't make it, said Eric. Did any others show up? Asked Cameron. Not yet. How'd you get inside? Asked Eric. The building is connected to another part. And where I came in is like an aquarium. You can see the seafloor, said Cameron. Do you have any ammo? Asked Eric. Barely. I got here just in time, said Cameron. Let's see if this place has weapons. Let's check in here, said Eric. The door opens. The lights turn on. It's a bathroom, said Jessie. Let's try another room, said Eric. Another door opens. Another light turns on. Weapons appear on the walls. Well, I think we found the weapons, said Cameron. All 3 walk into the room. Grab as much as you can, said Eric. The guns are being grabbed. A different room appears. The light turns on. The wall starts shaking. The star figures appear from the wall. Chapter 68. Everyone, I got an idea, said Officer John. What is it? Asked Bill. I forgot I had these, said Officer John, dumping his bag. The explosives fall. Explosives, said Allison. Now, me and John will plant these everywhere. But first, we need a distraction, said Officer John. Well, Bill can't do it, said Officer Tim. You're right, Allison, you'll plant the explosives with Tim. He'll teach you. I'll be the distraction, said Officer John. You have to get out first, said Officer Tim. Carmen pulls out a tool. Here, for the window, said Carmen. Officer John looks at the tool. Thanks. Once I distract them, climb over the wall. Here, I got more rope. I'll be there soon, said Officer John. Taking out the window, then steps up. John, be careful, said Officer Tim. Officer John crawls through the window. The group crawls through the window too. Tim, get over quickly. I'll see you soon, said Officer John. All 5 start running. Officer John runs out into the open. Sir, one of the prisoners is out, said Bradley. Catch then kill him, said Frank. Officer Tim throws the rope with a hook over the wall. Go Carmen, Robert, get them over. Let's go Allison, said Officer Tim. Both Allison and Officer Tim are running. Stop. Place the explosives, then run towards the next house. He's in my sight, said Simon, putting his finger by the gun trigger. Officer Tim looks, sees. Simon pulls out a knife, then throws it. Chapter 69. All right, that's enough. Let's get going. Maybe we'll find the others, said Eric. All 3 walk out of the room. A star figure appears then. Raises his sword. Let's go the other way, said Cameron. All 3 turn around. The second star figure appears. Eric looks up, then sees the air vent. The vent, said Eric. The guns are cocking. Jesse, you first, said Cameron. Save your ammo, said Eric. Then what will we use? Asked Cameron. Eric pulls out a sword. You 2 get up there. I'll handle these 2. Just get out of here, said Eric, swinging the sword. The star figure blocks the sword. Go up, Jesse, said Cameron. The second star figure swings his sword. Cameron, look out, said Jesse. Cameron looks, then blocks the sword with a gun. Hurry up, Jesse, said Cameron. Jesse climbs up the ladder. The sword swings, then cuts. Cameron, said Jesse. Eric looks back, swings the sword, then cuts the star figure's leg. The star figure kneels. Go to hell, said Eric, raising the sword. The sword goes through Eric's stomach. Eric, said Jesse. The sword gets pulled out. Eric falls. Go, Jesse, said Cameron. A star figure stands up. Both star figures are staring at Cameron. Come on, Cameron, said Jesse. Eric appears behind the star figures, then swings the sword. The sword decapitates the star figures. The star figures fall onto the floor. Chapter 70. A knife goes into Simon's throat. Simon gasps, then falls. Simon. Sarah doesn't feel a pulse. Damn, sir. Simon's dead, said Sarah. Hurry up, Allison, said Officer Tim. Allison puts up the last explosive. I'm done, said Allison. Good. Get over the wall, said Officer Tim. What about you? Asked Allison. I'm getting my brother. Here. Officer Tim hands Allison the detonator. Wait 10 minutes, then blow this place away, said Officer Tim. See you on the other side, said Allison. Both Allison and Officer Tim run in different directions. Officer John runs along the wall. Guns continuously firing. Frank appears holding a machine gun. Officer John looks, then ducks behind a building. Come out or die, said Frank. Officer John thinking. Officer Tim looks, sees Simon's body, slowly walks, then grabs the gun. The gun's magazine gets pulled out, then put back in. I'm coming, brother, said Officer Tim. You got 10 seconds. Staring now, said Frank, counting. Officer Tim cocks gun. Hey, behind you. The group turns around. Surprised to see me? Asked Officer Tim. Officer John looks, then runs. Frank sees Officer John running. Kill them, said Frank. Guns are firing. Officer Tim runs. Officer John Running. Officer Tim appears in front of Officer John. Are they set? Asked Officer John. Yes. Hurry, get over, said Officer Tim. Freeze, don't move. You're both dead. Drop the guns, said Frank. Officer Tim looks at his watch then smiles. You're late, said Officer Tim. Frank sees an explosive. Chapter 71. Eric falls. Are you all right? Asked Cameron. Yeah, but I won't be able to move on. You two find the others. I'll stay here, said Eric. No, we stick together, said Cameron. You two move on. I'll be fine. If I die, so be it, said Eric. Jesse climbs down the ladder, approaches Eric, kneels then hugs him. Thanks for your help, said Jesse. We'll bring help back for you, said Cameron. Hurry up and find them. Oh, take this. Eric hands a necklace to Cameron. Take it, for me, said Eric. Cameron grabs the necklace then opens it. A picture of Eric with two kids appears. Who is this? Asked Cameron. My family. If you get off this island, take that to my two girls, said Eric. We'll be back, Eric. Just hold on a little longer, said Cameron. Both Cameron and Jesse walk away. Goodbye, you two, whispered Eric. Footsteps are walking. Where are we going? Asked Jesse. Going to find the others, said Cameron. Do you think we'll find them? Asked Jesse. Of course, just be careful. Anything could be out there, said Cameron. The door opens. Where will we start? Asked Jesse. I'll follow my instincts, said Cameron. Both Cameron and Jesse start walking. An explosion in the distance. Both Cameron and Jesse see the smoke in the distance then run towards it. Chapter 72. Frank sees the explosive. Get down, said Officer Tim. Both Officer John and Officer Tim jump behind a house. Frank turns back. I guess it didn't work, said Frank laughing. The explosives beeping then explode. The house is falling. People are running. Frank raises the machine gun. The wall explodes. A piece of the wall hits Frank then goes through the house wall. The centaurs are running. The watchtower falls then crushes the centaurs. The group is watching. Do you think they survived? Asked Carmen. Hopefully. Come on, you two, said Bill. Footsteps are running. Over there, said Jesse. Both Cameron and Jesse continue running. I hear something. Everyone, hide, said Robert. Smoke fills the village. Both Officer John and Officer Tim are coughing. Let's get out of here, said Officer Tim. Both Officer John and Officer Tim crawl through the hole in the wall. Where are they? Asked Officer John. That way, said Officer Tim. Both Officer John and Officer Tim are walking. Footsteps are approaching. Frank. Oh my God, said Sarah. Jeremy sees the hole in the wall, then both Officer John and Officer Tim. Sarah, said Jeremy. Both Bradley and Sarah run through the hole. Shoot them, now, said Sarah. Guns are firing. Officer John gets shot in his leg then falls. John. The gun fires. Get behind the tree. Officer John crawls behind a tree. I'll cover you. Get out of here, said Officer Tim. You go. I have a plan, said Officer John pulling out a grenade. See you up there, said Officer Tim running. He's getting away. After him, said Sarah. Footsteps are approaching. Bill swings a stick. Cameron ducks then points his gun. Cameron, said Bill. Boy, am I glad to see you. Where are the others? Asked Cameron. Hiding. Guys, come out. It's Cameron and Jesse, said Bill. The group comes out from behind the bushes. Where's Tim and John? Asked Cameron. They were, said Bill, being interrupted. Right here, said Officer Tim. Where's John? Asked Cameron. On his way, said Officer Tim. Footsteps are approaching. Officer John coughing. The group is pointing their guns. You're too late, said Officer John, showing the pin to the grenade. The group goes to run. An explosion in the distance. And quat, John, and quat, yelled Officer Tim. Section 5, Chapter 73. Explosion in distance. And quat, John, and quat, John, and quat, yelled Officer Tim, running. Tim, said Bill. The group follows Officer Tim. Footsteps are approaching. And quat, John, and quat, John, and quat. Everyone split up and find John, said Officer Tim. The group is walking around. Sticks are being moved. Bill picks up a gun. I don't see John, said Allison. He's got to be here. Officer Tim sees Officer John's hand. Over here, said Officer Tim. Officer John's arm appears sticking up. Officer Tim grabs Officer John's arm. Officer John's arm gets picked up. The group gasps. Officer Tim, staring in shock at the severed arm, collapses to his knees, then starts crying. Bill sees a body next to a tree, walks over, then sees Officer John. Tim, over here, said Bill. The group approaching, see Officer John's body, then gasp. Officer Tim approaches. Oh, dear God, John. Officer Tim kneels next to Officer John's body. John, can I have a minute? Asked Officer Tim. Sure, said Bill. The group walks away. What do we do now? Asked Jesse. I don't know, said Bill. Footsteps are approaching. The group turns around. Tomorrow, we'll bury my brother, said Officer Tim. Then what? Asked Cameron. We'll see. But I have a bad feeling, said Officer Tim. What is it? Asked Bill. We're all gonna die on this island. Get some sleep, said Officer Tim, walking towards Officer John's body. Chapter 74. The group appears sleeping. Footsteps are walking. Bill wakes up. Do you hear footsteps? Asked Allison. Bill listening. Footsteps are approaching. Guns are cocking. Freeze, said number 5. The group raises their hands. There's only 6 people, said woman number 4. The group takes off their masks. Who are you? Asked number 5. A group, said Cameron. Who's in charge? Asked number 5. He's over there, said Bill. Robbie and Jennifer, go check it out. Catherine and Patrick, check that way. Ronnie and Jeff, watch them, said Jack. Sir, nothing's over here, said Patrick. Robbie and Jennifer? Asked Jack. We've got tracks. Sir, said Jennifer. Where do they lead? Asked Jack. It looks like to the west building, sir, said Jennifer. All right. Catherine, Jeff, Patrick and Ronnie, take them to the east building. Jennifer and Ronnie, we're gonna follow the tracks, said Jack. Start moving, said Jeff. The group starts walking away. Jeff, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. We should find whoever by then, said Jack. All 3 are walking in a different direction. A tree appears. The leaves are moving. Officer Tim watches the group walk away. I'll be right behind you guys, said Officer Tim. Chapter 75. Officer Tim climbs down the tree, then follows the group. Where's Tim? Whispered Bill. Quiet. All of you, said Jeff. Do you think he hid? Whispered Bill. Hopefully, whispered Cameron. The group continues walking. A shadow moves in the woods. Patrick points his gun. Hold, Up. Something's here, said Patrick. Catherine and Ronnie. Check it out, said Jeff. Both Catherine and Ronnie run into the woods. Footsteps are walking. Over here, said Catherine. Both Catherine and Ronnie are walking closer. A body appears. Ronnie rolls the body over. Officer Tim appears. Sir, we got a body, said Ronnie. All right, I'm coming. Watch them, said Jeff, walking into the woods. With pleasure, said Patrick. Footsteps are approaching. Where? Asked Jeff. Ronnie points at Officer Tim. He was just laying there, said Ronnie. What should we do? Asked Catherine. Just leave him. He'll just hold us up. Let's get back, said Jeff. All three start walking away. The bushes start rustling. All three look at the bushes. Officer Tim's gone. Where'd the body go? Asked Ronnie. All three are looking around. Patrick looking into the woods. We should run, whispered Jesse. He'll be too quick. The bushes start moving. Bill sees Officer Tim. Guys, over there, whispered Bill. All five look, then see Officer Tim. Officer Tim waves in sign language. What's he saying? Whispered Allison. To stay here, whispered Bill. Officer Tim walks away. Excuse me, sir, I need to pee, said Jesse. Go. I'll stand by, said Patrick. Both Jesse and Patrick walk past the tree. Officer Tim swings his gun. Chapter 76. Footsteps are walking. Sir, the West Building, said Jennifer. All right. Let's get going. Footsteps walking inside. All three see a glowing light. This is strange. This is the bottom of the sea. Let's keep moving. Maybe we'll find their leader, said Jack. All three continue walking. A banging sound in the distance. It sounds like something's trying to get through, said Robbie. Water appears on the floor. The banging gets louder. All three turn the corner. More water is seeping through the door. We need to move. That won't hold for much longer. Run to the outside, said Jack. All three start running. Robbie stops, then sees the staircase. Sir, over here, said Robbie. All three see the staircase. Good thinking, Robbie. Jack sees a figure behind them. Something's behind us, said Jack. All three turn around. The megalodon appears staring at all three of them. Oh my God, said Jennifer. Run up the stairs. Now, said Jack. All three run up the staircase, then get to a door. The door opens. Nothing's here, said Jennifer. All three are walking into the hallway. What way? Asked Robbie. Will, I think this place is huge. So Jennifer, go left. Robbie, go right. I'll go straight. We'll meet back here in 5, said Jack. All three are walking into different directions. Eric appears sitting on the floor, then hears footsteps in the distance. Come and get me, bitch, said Eric, raising his gun. Footsteps are approaching. Robbie turns the corner. The gun fires, then echoes. Chapter 77. Both Jesse and Patrick walk past the tree. Officer Tim swings his gun, then hits Patrick. Patrick falls onto the ground. Is everyone all right? Asked Officer Tim. Yeah, said Bill. Where were you? Asked Jesse. I hid. Sorry about that. But let's move quickly. They'll be back soon, said Officer Tim. The group runs away. Footsteps are approaching. There they go. After them, said Jeff. Both Catherine and Ronnie are chasing the group. Keep running, guys, said Officer Tim, cocking his gun. The gun fires. Both Catherine and Ronnie hide behind the trees. Come on, Tim, said Bill. The group continues running. Catherine fires her gun. Robert falls. Robert, keep moving, guys. Officer Tim runs towards Robert. You're gonna be fine, said Officer Tim. Get your people to safety. Just leave me, said Robert. I'm sorry, Robert, said Officer Tim, running away. Both Catherine and Ronnie are approaching Robert. Robert, coughing. Do our worst, said Robert. The group continues running, then stops. I think we lost them, said Bill. What now? Asked Jesse. I don't have a plan. We lost another person. I'm not like my brother. He had the ideas. I had the weapons, said Officer Tim. Footsteps are approaching. Patrick. You let them get away. Patrick. I should kill you. But I won't. Because I need you, said Jeff. Jeff, we got one of theirs. The others ran off, said Ronnie. Robert coughing. Jeff grabs Robert's face. You're pathetic. Let this be a lesson. Patrick. The gun cocks, then fires. Robert falls onto the ground. Don't disappoint me again, said Jeff. Chapter 78. The gun fires. Robbie falls onto the floor. Eric slowly stands up, points his gun at Robbie, then walks towards him. Don't move. Who are you? Hey, who are you? Asked Eric. Footsteps are approaching. Eric points his gun at both Jack and Jennifer. Whoa, said Jack. Put your guns down. Both Jack and Jennifer put their guns onto the floor. Now, back away slowly. Both Jack and Jennifer step backwards. Who are you? Asked Eric. I'm Jack Stir. These are my friends, said Jack. Where do you come from? Asked Eric. From the east side of the island, said Jack. Have you seen my friends? Asked Eric. Are they a group of people? Asked Jack. Yes, about 6 of them, said Eric. Yeah, our group is taking them to our village, said Jack. Jennifer sees Eric's wound. That's a nasty wound. Let me look at it, said Jennifer. I'm fine. Really, said Eric. You need stitches, quickly. You could bleed to death, said Jennifer. I said, and quat. I'm fine, and quat, said Eric, passing out. Help me, Jack. Eric hears faint talking. You're gonna be all right, said Jennifer. A few hours later, both Jack and Jennifer appear sitting on the floor. Eric wakes up, then breathes heavily. You're gonna be fine, said Jack. Just relax. I never caught your name, said Jennifer. Eric, you? Asked Eric. Jennifer, said Jennifer. Will, thanks for saving my life, Jennifer, said Eric. Both Eric and Jennifer are smiling at each other. A banging sound in the distance. The megalodon swims away, then growls. Chapter 79. Footsteps are walking. Tim. I'm starting to have a bad feeling, said Bill. Yeah, I've been getting her ever since we got here, said Officer Tim. The group gets to a clearing. Bill points. The group sees a village. Do you think they got food? Asked Jesse. Hopefully. Let's move, said Officer Tim. The group is walking. Officer Tim looks, then sees a nest. Tim, are you all right? Asked Bill. You all keep moving. I'm gonna check something out, said Officer Tim. The group continues walking. What's he doing? Asked Carmen. He's checking something, said Bill. Officer Tim approaches the nest, looks up, then sees a door. The door opens. The light turns on. Officer Tim walks into the room. More eggs appear. Officer Tim kneels, knocking on the gate. The gate opens. The group walks inside. Where is everyone? Asked Cameron. Who knows, said Bill. A shadow runs past. Cameron turns his head to the left. We're not alone, said Cameron. What do you mean? Asked Bill. A figure appears behind Bill. Look out, said Cameron. The group turns around. A giant baby praying mantises appears. Run, said Bill. The group starts running. Officer Tim stands up, rumbling in the distance. Oh no! Officer Tim runs outside. A giant praying mantis appears, then hisses. The gun fires. Officer Tim sees the group. Guys, said Officer Tim, running towards the group. The group sees the giant praying mantis. What do we do? Asked Allison. Run, said Officer Tim. The group turns around. The giant baby praying mantises appear, then hissing. Chapter 80. Where are we going? Asked Catherine. To find those people, said Jeff. They could be anywhere, said Ronnie. Will I know the first place to check? The lab, said Jeff. What if it's out? Asked Catherine. Then we'll take our chances, said Jeff. All four are walking. Eric groans. So, are there any other people with you? Asked Eric. Yeah, there's 4 of them, said Jack. So, were you trapped on the island too? Asked Eric. Actually, us 7 created this island. We all worked here, said Jack. So, you 7 made these creatures, said Eric. Yes, but we didn't know they'd get loose, said Jack. A banging sound echoes. Eric grabs his gun. Did you hear that? Asked Eric. It might be the megalodon, said Jack. The prehistoric shark, said Eric. Yeah, said Jack. Can it get in? Asked Eric. It's trying to, said Jack. What happens when it does get in? Asked Eric. Well, it would kill everyone. And everything, said Jack. And the water? Asked Eric. It would sink this entire island, said Jack. Chapter 81. The giant baby praying mantises are getting closer. I'll distract them, said Officer Tim. Where should we go? Asked Bill. Anywhere but here, said Officer Tim, running. The giant baby praying mantises follow Officer Tim. The group runs a different direction. The giant praying mantis follows the group. Jeff sees tracks. Are they fresh? Asked Patrick. Yeah, they were here recently. Footsteps are running. Listen, someone's coming. Get ready, said Jeff. Patrick looks through his binoculars. Officer Tim appears. Sir, it's a man, said Patrick. Fire at will, said Jeff. Wait. He has company, said Patrick. Jeff grabs the binoculars, then looks through them. The giant baby praying mantises are chasing Officer Tim. They're out. Run, said Jeff. What about him? Asked Patrick. Leave him. He'll be dead soon, said Jeff. All 4 walk away. Patrick stops, turns around, then starts firing his gun. The giant baby praying mantises are falling. Over here, said Patrick. Officer Tim runs towards the 4 of them. The guns continue firing. Jeff scoffs, then watches. Officer Tim trips, then lands onto the ground. A giant baby praying mantis jumps at Officer Tim. A gun fires. Officer Tim stands up, then runs towards the 4 of them. The giant baby praying mantises continue coming. We need to move, said Officer Tim. All 5 start running, then stop. The giant baby praying mantises surround the group. Chapter 82. Are there any other creatures I don't know about? Asked Eric. Well, the biggest creature is locked up. Only if someone released it, said Jack. What is it? Asked Eric. a giant praying mantis. If that's out, we're all dead, said Jack. Only if I get an idea. Which I have one. The water. Praying mantises can't swim. Just imagine this place going underwater, said Eric. How will we survive? Remember, the pressure of the water, said Jennifer. Well, we just need to get to the surface. But we need a boat, said Eric. There should still be one left. No one ever left the island, said Jack. Then that's our way off the island, said Eric. But our groups, said Jennifer. Yeah, we can't leave them, said Jack. Then let's find our groups, said Eric. Robbie, can you walk? Asked Jennifer. You three find your group. I'll find mine. We'll meet back here, said Eric. All four are walking. The water continues seeping through the door. We have about a couple of hours, said Jack. Robbie, go with Eric, said Jennifer. Remember, we'll meet back here, said Eric. All four walk in different directions. Chapter 83. The group is running. The giant praying mantis hisses. We need to hide, said Jessie. The group stops at a wall. Then look up. Damn, said Bill. What now? Asked Carmen. The giant praying mantis hisses. The group looks up at the giant praying mantis, screeching from the above the group. The group looks up. A giant scorpion appears on the ledge. The giant praying mantis hisses. The giant scorpion screeches. More giant scorpions appear, then jump onto the giant praying mantis. Let's get out of here before they come for us, said Bill. The group starts running. Where are we going? Asked Carmen. To a safe place, said Bill. Where's a safe place? Asked Allison. I don't know, said Bill. Jessie stops then. Seize the rope. We're at the cliff, said Cameron. I think I have an idea. Go to that building. Cameron was in, said Bill. Yeah, let's go, said Cameron. The group is walking. How much further? Asked Bill. We should be there soon, said Cameron. The group continues walking. Bill stops. Is something wrong? Asked Cameron. Did you take notice we haven't seen anything lately? Said Bill. Yeah, I wonder where they are, said Cameron. Rumbling in the distance. What's that? Asked Jessie. Bill looks, then sees a stampede in the distance. Dear God, said Bill. The giant scorpion is chasing the stampede. Chapter 84. The giant baby praying mantises are hissing. Jeff fires his gun. Let's move, said Jeff. All five start running. The giant baby praying mantises hisses. Patrick turns around, then sees nothing. A giant baby praying mantis hisses again. Patrick looks up. A giant baby praying mantis jumps onto Patrick. Patrick screams. Patrick, said Ronnie. The giant baby praying mantis grabs Ronnie. The gun fires. Move, said Officer Tim. All four continue running. The giant baby praying mantises are following all four of them. We need to hide, said Catherine. All four continue running, fall downhill, then groan. Is everyone all right? Asked Officer Tim. Jeff runs off by himself. Jeff, said Catherine. Stay with Ronnie. I'll catch him, said Officer Tim, running after Jeff. Are you all right? Asked Catherine. Yeah, but I think I broke my leg, said Ronnie. Let me see, said Catherine. Footsteps are running. Jeff, where'd you go? We need to stick together, said Officer Tim. A gun cocks. Officer Tim turns around. You should have never come after me, said Jeff. Let's see if you can stand, said Catherine. I'll try, said Ronnie, standing then. Falls. Damn. The giant baby praying mantises are hissing. Both Catherine and Ronnie look around. Oh. Shit. Get out of here. Go, Catherine, said Ronnie. I'm not leaving you, said Catherine. The giant baby praying mantises are getting closer. Chapter 85. The giant baby praying mantises continue. Hissing. Both Catherine and Ronnie are cowering. Guns are firing. The giant baby praying mantises run away. Both Jack and Jennifer appear. Boy, am I glad to see you, said Ronnie. Where's Jeff and Patrick? Asked Jack. Patrick's dead and Jeff ran off, said Ronnie. Let me bandage your leg. We need to hurry, said Jack. Why? Asked Catherine. The west building is gonna flood. We need to leave, said Jack. Gunfire in the distance. Jeff looks. Officer Tim kicks the gun out of Jeff's hand. Both Jeff and Officer Tim are fighting. Jeff gets punched, falls, then pulls out a knife. Wrong thing to do, said Jeff, swinging the knife. Officer Tim moves, then tackles Jeff. The ground starts shaking. Officer Tim falls. Jeff swings the knife. The knife goes into Officer Tim's leg. Jeff breaks the handle of the knife. Ow, said Officer Tim. Try getting that out, said Jeff. Footsteps are approaching. Jeff runs away. Hey, are you all right? Asked Jack. My leg, ow. It was your fucking friend, said Officer Tim. Jeff, said Catherine. Yeah, said Officer Tim. What way did he go? Asked Jack. I believe that way, said Officer Tim. He's going to the west building. Hurry, let's go, said Jack. Officer Tim pulls out a pair of pliers. Hold my leg. This is gonna hurt like hell, said Officer Tim. Jack holds Officer Tim's leg. Officer Tim uses the pliers to pull out the blade, then screams. Scream echoes. Both Eric and Robbie look around. Chapter 86. Let's keep moving. We're losing precious time, said Eric. The ground starts shaking. Something's coming, said Robbie. The sound of claws snapping. Crab, run. Both Eric and Robbie are running. The giant crab follows both of them. We need a plan, said Eric. Robbie sees the stampede. Look, we'll lose it in there, said Robbie. Both Eric and Robbie stop. The sound of claws snapping gets louder. Both Eric and Robbie run with the stampede. The giant crab follows the stampede. The giant scorpion screeches. The stampede turns a different direction. The giant crab and the giant scorpion are following the stampede. Any ideas? Asked Eric. Not really, said Robbie, falling onto the ground. Robbie, come on, man, said Eric. Just go. I'll be fine, said Robbie. No, we stick together, said Eric. Robbie sees a claw. Eric sees the claw, then moves. The claw goes into Robbie's chest. Robbie gasps. Run. Sad Robbie. Eric runs. The giant scorpion picks up Robbie's body. The giant crab's claw swoops down. Eric tumbles, then fires his gun. A bullet goes into the giant crab's eye. The giant crab screeches. Eric runs. The giant scorpion approaches, then swings its claw. Eric moves. The giant scorpion's claw goes into a goat. Eric continues running with the stampede. Is something wrong, Dad? Asked Carmen, rumbling in the distance. What's that? Asked Jesse. Bill looks into the distance. The stampede appears, then approaches the group. Dear God, said Bill. The giant scorpion screeches. Chapter 87. We need to get to the west building, said Jack. Are my friends there? Asked Officer Tim. Hopefully, then we could leave, said Jack. Let's get moving, said Officer Tim. All 5 are walking. Jeff walks into the west building. The megalodon stares at Jeff. Fuck off, you piece of crap. I just need a raft, said Jeff, grabbing a raft, sees the boat, grabs an axe, then destroys it. The megalodon growls. Jeff walks away. Footsteps are walking. All 5 see Jeff walking out of the building. There's your friend, said Officer Tim. He has a raft, said Ronnie. Let's hurry. I got an idea, said Officer Tim. All 5 are walking into the building. Both Officer Tim and Ronnie sit down. What's your plan? Asked Jack. See that bag? My brother has a lot of explosives. Set them up, said Officer Tim. Great idea, said Jack. Catherine approaches. Sir, the boat's destroyed, said Catherine. That bastard. What about the rafts? Asked Jack. Not that many, said Catherine. How many per raft? Asked Officer Tim. 3 to 4, because of the weight, said Catherine. I have an idea, but this only involves me. We'll set the explosives up. You get my friends to safety, said Officer Tim. No. No one gets separated, said Jack. It's the only way. The banging sound continues. More water seeps through the door. Plus, we don't have much time, said Officer Tim. Chapter 88. Run. Hurry, said Bill. The stampede runs along the side of the group. The giant scorpion screeches. Eric fires his gun. The group sees Eric. Eric, said Jesse. Eric looks, then sees the group. Run into the trees, said Eric. The group runs into the trees, then hide. The giant scorpion continues chasing the stampede. The group comes out from behind the trees. It's nice to finally see you again, said Cameron. Same to you all. Where's Tim? Asked Eric. We haven't seen him, said Jesse. Will, he's probably at that building. I met others there, said Eric. Will, let's move, said Bill. The group is walking. Eric hears the sound of claws snapping. Get down. The giant crab appears. Let's move. Quickly. The group is walking away. Allison trips, then lands onto the ground. The giant crab looks at Allison. Allison, said Eric. The gun clicks. Bill sees Cameron's gun. The giant crab gets closer. Cameron, your gun, said Bill. Cameron throws the gun. The gun cocks. The giant crab raises its claw. The gun fires. The giant crab explodes. Geez, said Cameron. Are you all right, Allison? Asked Bill. Pieces of the giant crab appears on Allison. I feel like an appetizer, said Allison. Eric reloads his gun. Let's keep moving, said Eric. A gun cocks. Jeff appears. I don't think so, said Jeff. Chapter 89. Jack grabs the explosives. Let's set these up, said Jack. Catherine, Jack and Jennifer are setting up the explosives onto the walls. The megalodon is watching. Officer Tim sees a stick, grabs it, then crawls towards Ronnie. How you doing, Ronnie? Asked Officer Tim. I'm fine, said Ronnie. Let me see your leg. Officer Tim holds Ronnie's leg. Ronnie groans. This might hurt, said Officer Tim. A bone cracks. Ronnie screams. Is he all right? Asked Catherine. Yeah. Officer Tim puts the stick next to Ronnie's leg, pulls out a sting, then ties his leg. There, you're gonna be fine, Ronnie, said Officer Tim. Thanks for your help. You should be the one to move on. You probably have family. I don't. Plus, your friends need you, said Ronnie. Officer Tim stands up. I don't have anyone anymore. My brother died. I have no family, said Officer Tim. But you have your group, Tim, said Ronnie. I don't know if they're alive, said Officer Tim. Footsteps are approaching. The explosives are set, said Jack. A gun cocks. Good, said Jeff. Chapter 90. All five see Jeff with the group. What are you doing, Jeff? Asked Jack. I'm getting off this island. Finally. If you want to come, get over here, said Jeff. Jeff. You don't have to do this. We all could get off together, said Jack. No, either with me or stay on this island. It's your choice, said Jeff. Catherine walks over towards Jeff. Catherine, said Jennifer. I don't want to die. Especially on this island, said Catherine. Stay, Catherine, said Jennifer. No, I'm finally getting off this island. Goodbye, Jennifer, said Catherine. As your leader, I command you not to go, said Jack. Command me, not anymore. Let's move. Oh, here's a little present from me, said Jeff, shooting Ronnie. Ronnie falls onto the floor. Both Catherine and Ronnie run out of the building. Ronnie, he's dead, said Jennifer. What do we do, Tim? Asked Jessie. You 8 get to the top. I'll finish this, said Officer Tim. Tim, let me finish this. They need a leader. And you're it, said Jack. Thanks, Jack, said Officer Tim. The building shakes. The windows start cracking. The group looks out the window. The megalodon swims towards the window. Section 6, Chapter 91. We need to move, said Jack. The megalodon hits the window. The window cracks. The water continues seeping through the door. The building shakes. The group falls onto the floor. Jack drops the detonator. Let's go, Jack, said Officer Tim, looking at Jack. Jack appears on the opposite side of the window. I lost the detonator, said Jack. You guys go ahead, said Officer Tim. The group starts running. Both Jack and Officer Tim are looking for the detonator. I can't find it, said Jack. Officer Tim, looking, sees the detonator, then grabs it. Jack, catch, said Officer Tim, throwing the detonator. Jack catches the detonator. Go, Tim. Get them to safety, said Jack. It was nice knowing you, man, said Officer Tim, starting to walk. Tim. Officer Tim looks at Jack. Jack throws his dog tags. Take those to your grave. Oh, and Tim. Good luck, said Jack. Officer Tim nods his head, then runs. Footsteps are running. We should wait for Tim, said Jessie. He said. And Quat. To move on, and Quat, said Cameron. What do you think, Bill? Asked Jessie. We'll wait for Tim, said Bill. Chapter 92. Footsteps are running. Keep up, Catherine, said Jeff. I can't run anymore, said Catherine. We need to or we'll die, said Jeff. I just need to catch my breath. How much further is it? Asked Catherine. We should almost be there. A shadow moves past. We need to move now, Catherine, said Jeff. Hold on, I almost got my breath, said Catherine. The shadow moves past again. Jeff cocks his gun. Let's move, Catherine, said Jeff, walking. Hold on, said Catherine. Screeching behind both of them. The giant scorpion appears. Let's move, Catherine, said Jeff. Both Catherine and Jeff start running. The giant scorpion follows both of them. The trees are falling. Jeff points his gun. Catherine ducks. The gun fires. The giant scorpion screeches, then falls. What way? Asked Catherine. Let's try this way, said Jeff. Both Catherine and Jeff are walking, hissing in the distance. What was that? Asked Catherine. Jeff looks around. The giant baby praying mantises appear. Run, said Jeff. Both Catherine and Jeff are running. The giant baby praying mantises follow both of them. Footsteps continue running. Catherine looks around. Jeff, said Catherine. The giant baby praying mantises surround Catherine. Jeff stops. Catherine, said Jeff. Catherine screams in the distance. Chapter 93. The group appears waiting. Officer Tim runs out of the building, then shuts the door. Tim, said Jessie. Officer Tim runs towards the group. We need to move, said Officer Tim. Why? Asked Cameron. This whole place will be underwater in seconds. That building is filled with explosives, said Officer Tim. The group starts running. Did the megalodon get in yet? Asked Cameron. Not yet, said Officer Tim. Jack looking out the window. The megalodon growls, then swims away. Come on, come on. The megalodon rams into the window. More water seeps inside. Jack watches the megalodon swim back, darts towards the window. Again, then moves. The window breaks. The water pours inside. Both the megalodon and the water get inside the building. Jack gets to the door. Come on, you bastard, said Jack. The group continues running. The water hits the door. Thudding sound echoes. Double time. Let's move it, said Officer Tim. The group runs faster. The megalodon growls. Jack puts his thumb next to the trigger. The water rises. Goodbye, Jennifer, said Jack, pushing the trigger. An explosion in the distance. Chapter 94. The group looks back. The building explodes. Move, move, move. The water pours inside. Hurry, everyone. Keep moving, said Officer Tim. The water crashes into the trees and the animals. Bill sees the rope. Tim, said Bill. Hurry, up the rope. Go quickly, said Officer Tim. The group climbing up the rope. Officer Tim looks up. A wave forms. Tim, go, said Bill. What about you? Asked Officer Tim. This ain't no time for questions. Go, said Bill. Officer Tim climbing up the rope. The group gets to the cliff. Jessie sees both Bill and Officer Tim climbing up the rope. Hurry up, said Jessie. Both Bill and Officer Tim continue climbing. The wave crashes into the cliff. Both Bill and Officer Tim are hanging onto the rope. Don't let go, said Jessie. The rope slowly breaking. Tim. The rope's breaking, said Bill. Officer Tim reaches for the rope. Hang on, Bill. The rope breaks. Officer Tim grabs the other end of the rope. I got you, Bill, said Officer Tim. The water rising. Jessie sees a figure moving in the water. Tim. Something's in the water, said Jessie. Officer Tim looks at the water, then continues climbing up the rope. A tentacle wraps around Bill's leg. Bill looks down, then sees the tentacle. Tim. It's got me, said Bill. Hang on, Bill. Bill being pulled. The rope slipping. Help. Shoot the damn thing, said Officer Tim. Cameron grabs his gun. A giant spider screeches. The rope continues slipping. Chapter 95. I'm no letting you die, Bill, said Officer Tim. The tentacle tightens around Bill's leg. Bill groans. Tim, let go. It tighten. It's tentacle. Take care of my daughter, said Bill, letting go of rope. Bill, no, said Officer Tim. The water splashes. Blood appears in the water. The giant spider screeches, then jumps at Cameron. The tentacle reappears. The gun fires. The giant spider falls off the cliff, then lands into the tentacle. Blood appears again. Officer Tim climbs onto the cliff. "Where's my dad?" asked Carmen. "Rit. Got him," said Officer Tim. "Tim. It's coming back," said Jesse. "The guns are cocking." The Kraken appears. "Shoot it," said Officer Tim. The guns continuously firing. The tentacles go towards the group. The group steps backwards. The tentacle wraps around Jesse's leg. Jesse gets pulled. "Help me," said Jesse. Officer Tim grabs Jesse's arm. "Keep firing," said Officer Tim. The guns continue firing. "I'm slipping," said Jesse. Officer Tim sees the gun. "Cameron, use the gun," said Officer Tim. Cameron grabs the gun. Another tentacle hits Cameron. The gun slides towards the edge of the cliff. "The gun," said Cameron. The gun falls off the cliff, then gets hooked onto the peg. "It's hooked," said Eric. "Get it," said Officer Tim. The group reaches for the gun. The Kraken moans. Jesse is slipping. Eric reaches for the gun. "I'm slipping," said Jessie, losing her grip. Eric grabs the gun. The gun fires. Chapter 96. The gun fires. The Kraken moans, then explodes. Jessie appears in the water. "Jessie, come on," said Officer Tim. Jessie swims towards the cliff, then gets pulled up. "Are you all right?" asked Cameron. "Yeah, thanks for killing it," said Jessie. "No problem," said Eric. "Let's move," said Officer Tim. The group starts walking. Jennifer sees a figure swimming. "Wait, I see someone," said Jennifer. "Who is it?" asked Officer Tim. Jennifer looks through the binoculars. Jeff appears swimming. "It's Jeff," said Jennifer. "We should leave him," said Eric. "He's still part of my team," said Jennifer. "She's right. We can't just leave him," said Officer Tim. Jeff swims towards the cliff. "Oh, thank God. I thought you were all dead," said Jeff. "I would really love to kill you, but I won't," said Officer Tim. "Jeff, where's Catherine?" asked Jennifer. "I think she's dead. I heard her screaming," said Jeff. "Why should we believe you?" asked Cameron. "I know what I did was wrong, but you have to believe me," said Jeff. "I believe you, but just to be sure," said Officer Tim, pulling out handcuffs. Jeff being handcuffed. "Jeff, do you have a raft?" asked Jennifer. "Yeah, I also found this bag," said Jeff. "That was John's. I'll take that," said Officer Tim. A creaking sound. Jessie looks up. "Tim," said Jessie. The group looks up. The creaking continues. "Let's move," said Officer Tim. The group runs through the gate. The water breaks through. Chapter 97. The water rises. The gate opens. The group runs inside. Webbing appears everywhere. "Go slowly. They could be anywhere," said Officer Tim. Scurrying sound in the distance. The group slowly walking. The rocks are crumbling. "The pterodactyls must be dead," said Eric. "Why do you say that?" asked Allison. Eric points up. The group sees the pterodactyls in webbing. "Let's keep moving," said Officer Tim. The group continues walking. A giant spider appears. Eric looks at the water. Allison looks at Eric. "Are you all right?" Eric continues looking at the water. A figure moves underneath the water. "Eric, what are you looking at?" asked Allison. Eric cocks his gun. A giant spider jumps, grabs Allison, then pulls her into the water. "Allison," said Cameron. The gun fires. The giant spider falls. Allison runs towards the other side of the water. Hurry, Allison, the stairs. Go up, said Officer Tim. The group starts running. Eric continues looking at the water. Eric, said Jesse, get your friend. I have a bigger problem, said Eric. What? Asked Officer Tim. The ground starts rumbling. A gigantic spider appears from underneath the water. Go, get her, said Eric. The group continues running. The gun fires. The gigantic spider hits Eric. Allison continues running. The giant spiders are following Allison. Footsteps running. Allison, sad. Jesse. Allison stops at no walkway. The group appears. You're gonna have to jump. I'll catch you, said Officer Tim. Allison jumps. A giant spider jumps at Allison. Chapter 98. A gun fires. The giant spider falls. Officer Tim catches Allison, then pulls her up. We need to move, said Jeff. A creaking sound. All look up at the fence. The water is seeping through the walls. You all go. I'm going back for Eric, said Officer Tim. The group runs. Eric hits the fence, then groans. The gigantic spider screeches. Come on, I'm not finished with you, said Eric. Footsteps are running. What about you? Asked Cameron. I'm dead. Just get off this island, quickly, said Officer Tim. Running down the staircase. What are we waiting for? Let's get out of here, said Jeff. The group runs up the staircase. The gigantic spider screeches. Come on, baby, said Eric. The gun clicks. Eric throws the gun at the gigantic spider. Officer Tim approaches. Eric, said Officer Tim, get out of here. I'll be fine, said Eric, being hit towards Officer Tim. We need to leave, said Officer Tim. You leave? I need to finish this, said Eric. Officer Tim fires his gun. The gigantic spider hits Officer Tim. Officer Tim groans. That hurt, said Officer Tim. The gigantic spider crawls towards Officer Tim. Eric sees the bag, grabs it, pulls out an explosive, then stands. Hey, over here. The gigantic spider screeches. Eat this, bitch, said Eric. The gigantic spider bites Eric. Eric, said Officer Tim. The gigantic spider screeches, then explodes. Chapter 99. The creaking sound gets louder. Officer Tim stands up, then runs up the staircase. The giant spiders follow. The eater breaks through, then hits the giant spiders. Tim, hurry up, said Cameron. Both Cameron and Officer Tim run up the staircase. Where are the others? Asked Officer Tim. The water breaks the staircase. Both Cameron and Officer Tim get to the top. We got you, said Jeff. Both Cameron and Officer Tim are breathing heavily. Where's Eric? Asked Jesse. He sacrificed himself, said Officer Tim. I don't think we have much time, said Jeff. The water continues rising. Let's move. Everyone sticks together, said Officer Tim. The doors unlock, then open. What way? Asked Allison. I don't know, said Officer Tim, hearing Officer John's voice. Through the forest, said Officer John's voice. Echoing. This way, said Officer Tim. Are you sure? Asked Jesse. I'm going with my conscience. And it's telling me this way, said Officer Tim. The group starts running. The ground starts rumbles. The dinosaurs are moaning. Do you think we'll make it? Asked Jesse. Of course, just keep running, said Officer Tim. Velociraptors snarl. What now? Asked Cameron. I got nothing in my mind, said Officer Tim. I'll distract them. You go on ahead, said Jennifer. No. We stay together, said Officer Tim. So we all could die. Just go, said Jennifer. Officer Tim sees the giant spiders. I have another plan, said Officer Tim. What that? Asked Jeff. When I say, duck, the velociraptor jumps at the group. Now, said Officer Tim. Chapter 100. The group moves. The velociraptor gets caught by the webbing. Let's move, said Officer Tim. The group continues running. The giant spiders are attacking the velociraptors. The ground continues rumbles. The group trying to run. Jennifer falls onto the ground. The Spinosaurus appears. Jennifer, said Jeff, running towards Jennifer. The Spinosaurus walks towards both Jeff and Jennifer. The water is seeping through the ground. The Spinosaurus roars. Jennifer sees the ground starting to cave. Go, Jeff. I'm stuck, said Jennifer. No, you waited for me. I'm staying, said Jeff. Guys, said Officer Tim. The ground caves. Jeff, Jennifer and the Spinosaurus fall into the water. Jesse sees the raft. The raft, said Jesse. Stay with them, said Officer Tim, running towards the raft. Hurry, Tim, said Cameron. The water continues rising. Officer Tim grabs the raft, then runs back. Let's move, said Officer Tim. The building, said Cameron. The group runs up the staircase. The door slowly opens. Hurry, said Cameron. The group sees the water coming towards the building. The door opens. All 5 run inside. Hurry, down the steps, said Officer Tim, looking out the window. Tim, said Jesse. Officer Tim runs towards the door. The water crashes into the building. The door shuts. This won't hold long, said Officer Tim. All 5 get to the ledge. What now? Asked Allison. Jump over. Quickly, said Officer Tim. You first, said Jesse. Officer Tim jumps across. All 4 jumps across too. All right. Banging on the door. The walls start leaking. I'll lift you up. Once up, start crawling, said Officer Tim. All 4 start crawling through the opening. The water slowly seeping through. Come on, Tim, said Cameron. Officer Tim sees the rope, then starts climbing up it. The door breaks down. Officer Tim crawls through the opening. We don't have much time. Crawl fast, said Officer Tim. All 5 are crawling out from underneath the rock wall. Now where? Asked Cameron. 2. A loud screeching in the distance. The giant scorpions appear. Oh shit! The water comes from underneath the rock wall. The giant scorpions scurry away. Let's go to the ocean, said Officer Tim. The water comes through the rock wall. The ground is rumbling. All 5 get to the entrance of the cave. The creatures are running around. What's happening? Asked Jesse. Officer Tim sees the ocean. The island's sinking. Hurry, set up the raft, said Officer Tim. The raft is being unfolded. All 5 run towards the ocean. Everyone, get on, said Cameron. All 4 get onto the raft, then look at Officer Tim. Come on, Tim, said Jesse. I can't. Only 3 to 4 people per raft. I'm the 5th, said Officer Tim. Don't do this, Tim, said Cameron. Protect them and get to safety. Here, take my badge and John's bag, said Officer Tim. Come with us, said Tim, said Jesse, starting to cry. You don't need me anymore, said Officer Tim, pushing the raft. The raft floating. Officer Tim waves, then pulls out his gun. The gun fires. The island is slowly sinking. A few hours later, a ship horn blows. All 4 Look then smile. The end. The water appears. Officer Tim appears floating, then washes up onto a beach. Ow. Officer Tim looks up. A new home, said Officer Tim. A cracking sound in the distance. Officer Tim turns his head. A nest of giant eggs appears. Snarling from behind Officer Tim. An crocodile appears. Officer Tim sighs. The end.